ready, Jerry?
I'm ready.
Just want to make sure you're ready, brother. Show me the money.
Oh, you didn't know?
Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling.
You put my shoes on, you wouldn't last a mile.
Summertime, wintertime, I'm on the grind. Yeah, I got the ring, I'm the champ, I'm the genie of the lamp.
This is the gift I was given, so I just live by my hustle.
If I can't do it, homie, it can't be done.
Yeah, I keep me put in my pocket, it don't make sense, but don't make a profit. So I hustle, ladies and homies. Make money, 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 money.
All out here for a pill. Really tryna get this money for a real.
I want to find a thing to save my life, so I hustle.
It ain't over for me, no, it ain't over for me.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Show me the money!
Okay, let's go smoke that joint.
What up, what up? It's Alex, Fantasy Football Hustler, back at you. Thursday night showdown. Let's get it. And shout out to Stranger. Let him know, wipe your feet, hit that like button. Hess, I'm shooting you the link just in case. Don't know if you're doing anything, but we got you. And they said I got Keenan, Sharps, JSN, Jonathan Owens going tonight. Same. So I got Gino, JSN, Sharps, and Owens going tonight. Let's get it. Derek, salute. Let's go. Strainer said all Hustler live streams are scheduled in SST, Stoner Standard Time. Yes, sir. And Vanessa just got home. I had to smoke a couple bowls with her before going live since we're going to be here for a couple hours. What up, Crispy? Yeah, we need more. We need more of that Charbonnet angry runs tonight. We really do. Hey, Daniel Barry, what up? Phil on Twitch, what's up? Oh, and shout out to the peeps on who did subscribe on Twitch. Shout out to Generations X and Crispy just did it right now. Let me see. Hold on. This one's for you, Generations X. Let's get it. Right now, Spears, because I don't know if Pollard's going to play or not. Hey, shout out to Matt. What up, bro? And what do you guys think? Should we keep the music going in the background, or should I get the screen going in the background? Oh, there goes Roshan with the big old condom on his head. Maybe that's what's happening with him, Jamie. Oh, Caleb incomplete going for Roma Dunze. 4th and 5 now. They're about to kick it. Ugly. And don't forget, guys, if you are not subscribed on Rumble, make sure you go subscribe over there. It's like the same as YouTube, but just more going on over there now because we got all the got the emojis that we could get going over there, the memberships, you could gift subs, everything. And hey, and we got our man Hess, the Cannabis Guardian Angel in the house. Yeah, what up, Hess? Stressful times ahead because I did not want to start. Stressful times ahead because I did not want to start any Bears today, but had to start Keenan, had to start DJ Moore in a couple places. There's no other option.
I'm hoping that because this is not the first night of the week we're playing, I'm hoping that the Thursday night Juju's went to last night's game. And we don't have to worry about that tonight. Yeah, that's my prayer because, like you, man, I've got so many guys going tonight. It's ridiculous.
And I got Owens going in a spot or two tonight as well. He's been pretty money in the bank, and really because the Bears suck on offense, it keeps them on defense more. And so we've always liked their safeties, and Brisker's out. He's in.
I was looking through the waiver wire just to see if there was anybody out there I should be, I should be looking at. And all of a sudden, I see Jonathan Owens with what's his name out. The guy's been going nuts.
Yeah. Jonathan Owens is so great when a whole bunch of people in front of him are injured, because that's how he even came on the map back in when he played on the Texans. And like someone got injured. I mean, this is so many years ago. I don't even remember who the hell it was. And shout out to David, said, watching from Cedar Hill, Texas. Salute, my brother.
Yo, what up, David?
And so he plays pretty much the whole year, and he's like the starter. And it's funny because like a lot of people just assumed he's the starter, like because he went to a different team, but he's the backup, so he doesn't play or anything. And then people drop him and shit. And I'm pretty sure he went to Green Bay. And then someone got hurt on Green Bay. And then he's in. He's doing great. He's like a great backup piece, and he gets a lot of tackles, you know. And then same thing with the Bears. Like nothing. I dropped him in so many dynasty leagues. You don't need him. He's like a backup, and then you know you might not be able to get him in every place, but I picked him up in a couple dynasties and starting him in championships right now.
Literally didn't. He was not on my team, and now he's on a championship squad 24 hours later, and he's playing.
There you go. Look at Derek. He said he's starting him in this game too. I mean, let's go, man.
There you go.
Someone that you can pick up off the scrap. He's been getting like, I mean, shit. Seems like close to 20 points, you know, 15 to 20 points and shitload of weeks in a row. And anytime the guys are out, I don't know, he does it. Need big game from Charbonnet.
Oh, yes.
I almost slacked 20 minutes ago. I totally remembered. I was like, oh shit. I don't think I checked I didn't check my lineups today. And totally had Ken Walker in a lineup.
No.
Yeah, and I changed it, you know, did it in time, but yeah, I wonder if like the person's like watching the game and like Ken Walker's still in there. There's only like an hour before this game starts. That like you got
so busy and like already putting the scenario in his head. I know that motherfucker, the commissioner, is gonna change it. He's like, there's no way I would have played Walker. Playing all that in his head, only for you to change it last second.
Yeah. What up, Song? What up, Crispy? Crispy shot.
What up, Crispy?
Jamie says, speaking of Juju, see Smith Schuster bought a little random girl a Christmas gift at Walmart. No, I did not.
Love this.
Did not. I hope these guys do cool stuff like that around this time. Like, I don't know if anybody saw Lamar Jackson. Like, it was when he already got pulled from the game. It was in like the fourth quarter. He was like, he went to the tunnel for some reason, and then there was some kid there, and like the kid was yelling at him, and like Lamar threw him his fucking beanie and like a whole bunch of stuff, and like, man, he was stoked.
Yeah.
Gotta be. I mean, that's something you'll like literally never forget in your entire life. Like, it's pretty awesome.
And they said they flew from Jacksonville, Florida for the game.
Even more cool. Even more cool that you fucking travel a good distance around the country, and then shit like that happens. Awesome.
Gino's got to settle down, Gino.
Yeah, we're gonna get a lot of this, I'm assuming, in the first half. A lot of sloppiness. In one league, I got JSN and Metcalf going, and it's because I have like no other wide receivers worth of shit.
It's just such a bad. He was in the wrong spot, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know what really happened.
He was in the spot that he was in, and then moved from there. He like went to like the third point or whatever. Damn.
Oh shit, that was Montez Sweat that got the sack. The motherfucker never gets sacks anymore.
Well, you got Sweat going tonight?
No, but Stranger just said that 98 on the Bears got a sack, not Sweat. Nah, you can't start Sweat with any kind of confidence.
Come on.
David said, I did see that Ravens game. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Chef Rand said, best Christmas present for that Lamar Jackson kid. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. That's just something, like you said, I'll never forget.
And like, I'm sure he was there with his mom, so I'm assuming that him even going to that game was a Christmas present, you know, and the gift that kept on giving, man. It's pretty cool.
That's an MVP move right there alone.
See, look at that. He even said that Montez Sweat got lucky that Gino slipped. See? Hey, there we go. DJ Moore. No, there's probably not going to be a lot of efficiency on his end, so let's get a lot of volume. Let's get these short passes. Jamie I bet Roshan 2 TDs on DraftKings. Dollar gets me 36. Why the fuck not? Just in case. Why not, bro? It's like roulette numbers right there. Dollar wins you 36. It's crazy how Caleb Williams he's flirting with the all-time single season sack record right now.
Yeah. I don't know if that's like a him thing or if that's an O-line thing, but yeah.
It's an O-line thing for sure, but it's a him thing. It's a play calling thing.
The Bears were one of my favorite teams to stream against in redraft when I had defense this season for that reason alone.
Wow.
You know, you could just guarantee, you know, even if they're going to put up some points, you know, he's going down 3-4 times.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's nuts. He's what is he averaging right now? It's I mean,
gotta be
5-6 a game, something like that.
4 or 5 a game.
I think someone said he had like 60. And what's that in 15 games? Yeah, I mean, it's 4 a game.
What's the record? 70 something?
76. Also set by a rookie, David Carr. That just sucks, man. If you go to a team and like you're setting the single season sack record as a rookie, it can't give you much confidence. Like, unless they make moves, you know, at the, you know, get him some offensive.
Just thinking about that.
Because like, as good as Rome Odunze is, like, you know, I'm pretty sure they got Keenan Allen before they even drafted Rome Odunze. And like, even getting Keenan Allen, I mean, yeah, it's like, it's nice getting him like another weapon or whatever. And like, especially over these last couple weeks for fantasy, you know, they've definitely been connecting. It's an awesome weapon, but like,
they left.
No matter what, he wasn't going to throw for 4,000 yards this year. You knew that it was a fucking long shot to make the playoffs with as bad as the team has been, you know, recently. Like, Keenan Allen is not a pick for like longevity. It's like a 1 year, 2 year max, like type of thing, I feel.
Keenan Allen just drop that basically.
Caleb needs to stop getting rid of the ball right before he takes the sack. I got a lot of Leonard Williamses going today, and man, he's eat Caleb alive back there.
Kind of both throwing like junk right now.
But this is also one of the things that sucks for IDP when these guys can't sustain any kind of drive. Right in his hands, man. Come on, right in his fucking hands.
Wow.
It's not even super cold out there tonight, and it doesn't even look like it's raining.
No, it doesn't.
Right now.
And I think it was going to be like low 40s. Oh, what a great hit right there.
Yeah. So, well, wow. They said I saw on NFLweather.com, they said 45 degrees.
Yeah, I looked at just Chicago earlier today. It was going to be around 43, 44, around there, 45. So that makes sense.
Yeah.
A little windy, wind up to 15 miles an hour. Oh, I see a little rain. Okay. Look at their helmets. I mean, there's some rain, light rain.
Yeah. Okay.
But in the forecast part, there wasn't.
Right.
When I just looked at Chicago, like tonight, there wasn't.
Yeah. And Jamie says, isn't David Carr on there twice, top 3 or 4 all time? He said, yeah, David Carr, number 1 and number 3 in 2002 and 2005.
Ouch.
Crispy said, now the motherfucker wants to show up. Which one? And shout out to FBI Spirit on Twitch who just followed. What up?
What up?
Yeah, Gunner was all over that one. I kept thinking that he was going to call a fair catch like any second because like it wasn't like that guy. The gunner wasn't blocked at all. He was coming the whole way. So funny. I keep seeing these Popeyes commercials, and it's like get one of our family meal boxes and serve it as a home cooked meal. Don't worry, it'll be our little secret. Clever marketing. You put it on the plate all fancy and everything. Oh, Savage Jeremy said, "Oh fuck." He said he forgot to switch out JSN for DJ Moore, like you said. Well, neither one are doing that good right now, but
wait, you had him switch out JSN and put in DJ Moore, or the other way around?
Yeah, DJ Moore over JSN. Yeah,
interesting.
Well, I was a little bit. I mean, both guys make me a little bit nervous, but it's like DJ Moore.
Where do you have them ranked?
I mean, I don't really do rankings, but
no,
I feel like
that's why it was like this.
Yeah,
they both
they both would be close, but the volume for DJ Moore, like it just that would have me play DJ Moore over JSN. But they're both pretty close.
They're gonna have Charbonnet run it more or something.
Oh, well, I felt like they're going to be winning, at one point, and then they probably won't be throwing like as much.
Right.
They throw it a lot either way, but the Bears kind of have been too because they can't run at all. And like if the Bears are down,
let me ask you this:
they can't run.
What happens if you have what if you have DJ Moore, JSN, and Keenan? Then do you hedge and pick between DJ Moore and Keenan? Or do you go for them and not play JSN?
Well, see, like
all three of those guys are kind of in a similar area.
Yeah, and I feel like because of the way that garbage time works, I probably would want the garbage time volume because that's how it's been for the Bears. Like all these, I don't even know how many weeks in a row, where they get down and they just start throwing it like crazy in the second half. Jamie said he lowered DJ Moore because of Woolen's a beast. Yeah, kind of a shutdown. Yeah. And as good as Woolen is, it's he has specific like ranks. He says he has JSN higher at 11 and DJ Moore at 16. And still, I mean, and see,
that's kind of how I've seen it, but I hear exactly what you're saying because I don't know if everybody that's ranking has what you just said in mind when they're ranking.
Well, everyone's different. That's why it's tough to like go off of people's rankings because like I feel like if I was making rankings, unless I updated it every day, my rankings wouldn't even be accurate with the way that my brain is probably working. Damn, see what the hell is that? But also, the Bears secondary is good. They've been giving up more maybe recently, but yep, Derek, that's what I was talking about right now. So I said, what the hell is that?
Shit, fucking JSN and Keenan are dropping shit. What's going on? I mean, it is raining a little.
It's early. These it's early and it's a Thursday.
Could be better though.
Because even though it's not the first game of the week for NFL, it's still a Thursday game and they're still on less rest. They're still not doing their normal regular full week of whatever they do.
Thursday night games. Bullshit.
Come on. Jamie said Woolen been allowing 2.5 receptions for 30 yards a game. I mean, see, that's what's crazy. It's like, and just DJ Moore's one catch, I'm pretty sure he's already chipped a third of those away, just with one catch. Like that's the difference between DJ Moore and probably a lot of, the different folks that he's played. Savage Jeremy gave me a miracle JSN 40 piece like he had against the Rams.
Right. Hell yeah,
Rams have been one of the easiest like teams to like throw.
Yeah, I think these guys just gotta settle down. Just chill. Try to do too much. Chill. I really do like the alternative view. Ooh.
Yeah.
Witherspoon.
And Swift sucks, man. I still think it's so crazy that people thought that Swift, like people used Caleb as like, kind of an excuse to rank Swift higher?
Swift was a guy I feel, you picked up late. Maybe you went 0 RB, and you had to talk yourself into it. You know
and
what
that
I
would
mean?
suck if you went 0 RB and Swift's like one of your top 2, right? Like that would just fucking suck.
Yeah. And then you talk yourself into like, no.
Hey, there goes DJ Moore. I think it was another 10-yard clip right there. So look at that. 2 catches in the first. He's like already ready to shatter, the numbers that Woolen gives up per game.
Yeah. And then what happens is once they start like really sticking to him, boom, you got Keenan Allen. As long as he's not dropping shit.
Yeah.
There'll be volume with him too. These guys get like each 10 plus.
And Johnny said that was Gino's fault, not JSN. He took too long to throw it too. He said he threw it behind him, but he threw it behind him and just waited too long to get rid of it. Caleb up in the pocket. See, and that's why Caleb's trash to me. Because like I know that he's like USC. I know he still had to like, get out of the pocket every once in a while and shit, but he just seems so whack in the pocket, man. Like you step up, you got nobody in your face there. You got a lot of space in between the defenders and Odunze. He's like right in the soft spot of the zone. And then right after Caleb overthrows him, he's like, why weren't you going over there?
Yeah, that's the worst part of the whole thing there.
Like,
even where he said to go, that's not even where he threw it.
Right? And he was standing still in the middle of everybody. Like nobody was on him because he was like in the soft spot of the zone.
That's the difference between him and Mahomes. Mahomes adjusts. Mahomes will throw it sideways. You know what I mean? He'll throw it behind his back. He'll do whatever it takes because he adjusts.
If people are ever comparing Caleb to like Mahomes, like Caleb's just would be so set up for failure. And that's what I think a lot of people are.
I bet you he's still talking trash right there on the bench. And
probably.
And Odunze's looking at him like, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah, if he would have kept running, then he's running right towards where the safety is. Jeff Rand said Caleb's a loser. Crispy said Odunze was overhyped. Well, see, the thing is, Odunze's fucking dope as hell. It's the Bears that suck. Like, I mean, Odunze and Neighbors, they went to places to potentially die. Like, and hey, shout out to Toyota One over there using all the emojis on Rumble. You the man. But yeah, that's really what it is. It's the combo of Caleb and the Bears and Odunze being the number 3 on his own.
That was kind of like what JSN had to deal with for the past 2 years.
Yeah.
With Metcalf and Lockett, it was just too much.
Yeah.
Too much.
And finally, now he's emerging like he's that guy.
That's what's going to happen with Odunze when, Keenan Allen retires, I guess. How old is DJ Moore?
Well, no, he's not. He's not old. I think he might be 28, maybe.
Right, so it's Keenan that's going to retire between the two.
But even that, like, if Caleb doesn't, and actually DJ Moore's 27. If the offensive line doesn't improve, and Caleb
they're going to take
steps up.
So of course they're going to have to. If they do that, and only that, they could come out okay.
I think the thing that's weird.
You got to deal with his attitude, though. Big time.
Yeah,
he needs to take some shrooms or something.
Pretty sure
he needs ayahuasca. He needs a whole rewiring.
Yep, and pretty sure they did just extend DJ Moore. Dude, Caleb only has 11 passing yards right now. So I think on his 2 sacks, he's already lost like 9 yards or something. Because I think DJ Moore has like almost 20 yards.
Guys, come on. Come on.
I really don't like this guy on the prime. This random guy who's always coming on here. I don't know what the fuck his name is. I don't know. It's just something about him. Don't like the cut of his jib. Johnny said, fun fact, the kid who plays young Anakin on the Phantom Menace was in Jingle All the Way. It is the same kid, huh? So it was Jingle All the Way was first. Yeah, that's crazy. That was him, huh? I totally forgot. I watch Jingle All the Way every year, but I don't watch, the first. I don't watch Star Wars that often, just in general. He only has 5 interceptions. That's what's good for him. His QB rating sucks though, Caleb. That is.
Worst EPA lost on sacks.
Because, like, I don't know. Look at Tom Brady, for example. Like, the reason why I say, like, so much, like, the reason why I don't consider Tom Brady the GOAT is because of, like, how everything was kind of, like, perfect for him, perfectly aligned for him as far as, like, that team was built for a veteran.
Well, okay. No, you couldn't say that about Mahomes then, right?
No, because look at, the way that Tom Brady in his very first Super Bowl had, it's him and Big Ben, I think, that are tied for like the worst performance by a winning starting quarterback in the Super Bowl. Like,
really?
We're talking 150 yards, passing maybe 1 touchdown,
Who was his running back then?
I don't even remember. I don't remember. But I know everything back then. Everything with the Patriots, you look at every single year that the Patriots won. The only time that we could say that it wasn't all about the run was that Falcons year. That Falcons year. Because even the year that they beat the Rams only scored 3 points. Tom Brady didn't really have to do shit in that game for them to win. And so if we're talking, but he always had one of the best lines. They always had these old ass veterans who they gave Tom Brady 3 seconds, and look at Caleb. Like, if he's not setting up on the run, he's already sacked. And so that's why Bill Belichick's one of the best GM. Might go down as the best GM, because he's the coach GM, might go down as the best GM in in NFL history.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how much. Andy Reid, I know that he plays a part in everybody who they're drafting and things like that, because he's different from a lot of these coaches out there for sure. But I don't know if he's like the official he's not the GM of the Chiefs. There's still a GM that's there. And Mahomes, when he won his first Super Bowl, he had to come back down by 10 in every playoff game and down by 10 in the Super Bowl. And it's never been done because normally when you're down by 10 going up against some of the best teams in the NFL, you don't come back. That's why everybody points to the Falcons and Brady when they had to come back by so many. But also, I always remind people, why was Brady so trash in the first half of that game? Because if he wasn't trash during the first half of that game, they wouldn't have had to come back by so much. And the defense in the second half gave up like nothing, and so giving up, I think, 27 points for an entire 4 quarters, that's not that bad. Giving up 27 points in a half is bad, but then you give up nothing in the second half, kind of makes up for it. And the 2 final touchdowns that Tom Brady could not convert were rushing touchdowns. One, Lockett. One, it was what's his name? Spacing on his name. James White.
Okay.
He got and Tom Brady, and it's funny, it's because all this shit, I went back and watched every single play of all of Tom Brady's Super Bowls when I was looking for things to poke at him about. And that's one of the things that I'd really poke at him about, because that's what everybody says is his defining moment as the best quarterback ever. And it was 3rd down rushes that got him those last 2 touchdowns. And he failed he couldn't, not failed, but he couldn't convert a bunch of times for the touchdown.
Gronk was everything for him for many years, right?
Yeah. Well, yes and no. Yeah, Craig, he says, stop talking shit about my boy Brady. But no, it's and really it's all splitting hairs with a guy like Brady, because I'll never say he's not good, but it's always when he's just the blind goat.
At the end of the day, right? He, look at the stats, look at the data. Oh shit. And look how many rings he has. That's it.
Yeah.
That's his job, is to bring back a ring. So that's all you need to look at. That's the data.
Is that all we need to look at? Because you got to think about, let's just use Dan Marino, for example, just one specific example. Okay. One of the most talented QBs ever, throwing for 4,500 yards. He broke 5,000 yards first time. And we're talking about in a league where most guys are throwing 3,000 yards, and it's just, he was one of these guys that was like so forward in the passing skills, but like they make the Super Bowl in his second year. I'm pretty sure they went against the Niners, one of the best teams of all time. They get whooped. He never makes it back. Some
guys never make it, period. Some guys that are amazing. So the question is, okay.
Look at LaDainian Tomlinson. Played on the best team in the NFL in 2006, and they lose on a first-round exit to the Patriots because of coaching errors. And Brady coming through when it counted. All those errors, and Brady didn't make any mistakes, and he did what he was supposed to do. And the Chargers, I remember, this game is like seared in my head. I can think of 5 mistakes that single-handedly cost them the game. If you don't make one of these 5 mistakes, they win the game. And but that's how much they fucked up. And making mistakes is something you can't do in the NFL, especially when it comes down to the fucking playoffs and Super Bowl. And I think that's why Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady and Joe Montana, those guys, I think shouldn't even be questioned, that those are 3 of the best, hands down. You could throw in Teddy Bradshaw. If it wasn't in the 70s, I feel like he'd be more respected. But because it was so long ago, he went 4-0 also. And he did it. They did it with the run. They did it with him passing in multiple type of ways. And they pretty much owned a whole decade, But people don't give him respect because it was so long ago. Jamie said Nick Foles won a Super Bowl. Doesn't make him great. Well, it doesn't make him great, no. But it definitely,
we're talking goats.
Yeah. Definitely makes him above average and definitely makes him good.
Well, it doesn't go the other way around. Can Marino be considered a GOAT?
Well, no, I mean, it's greatest of all time. So, no, I would say
right? Not among the, So greatest, and why not? Because that's missing from his.
Because of that, if we're talking tier 1 is the S class, the A++ players based on their talent and what they've done, their stats and their team, stats and championships. You'll never be the greatest of all time without championships being a part of that. You can't even be in the mix.
It's like with golf. Is it Jack Nicklaus or is it Tiger Woods?
That's what's crazy, because one more. Did Nicklaus have way more, right?
Over the career, yes.
Yeah. And because Tiger Woods got, after all the shit with his wife and all that, and then he kept getting injured and, all that, the longevity wasn't really there for him like it was for Jack, right?
No, during that period of time, there was no other, periods of time where you could just, lock in a period and have someone that good like he was. But in a career, no. So same thing, I think, and at the end of the day, your job is to win Super Bowls for your team. That's what sells tickets. That's what sells jerseys. It's a business, right?
Yeah.
That's why they're paying you the big bucks.
Yeah. And I really feel like you're not going to win championships if you're not a good leader. And I think there's a lot of quarterbacks who lack this, the leadership button or whatever, the trait. Because Tom Brady, that's one thing that nobody could take away from him. He is a leader of men. He says shit and people follow. And Aaron Rodgers isn't the same. You could tell. It's it's fun to talk about his ayahuasca retreats and shit, but He's doing ayahuasca retreats instead of being in the gym and instead of being on the field with his guys. And like, that's, you know, at the end of the day, like if we're going to war, like the you know, one of the lieutenants needs to be there, you know, like, and he wasn't.
Right.
And
you want your general or your commander out there with you.
Yeah. And how and if we're talking about strategic battle plans, how do you talk about strategic battle plans and practice those battle plans without the head general there who's leading the troops, you know, on the field?
Almost got his safety.
King D said, didn't San Diego also lose to the Jets first round? I don't know about that, but I know they did lose. Pretty sure it was after LT got there. But that's just one of the things, like San Diego, even Schottenheimer, like, well, you know, potentially one of the better coaches of all time, you know, maybe top 15 or 20, probably even higher than that. But he hasn't been around for so long that I think a lot of people forget about him. He turned San Diego from a shit show into the best fucking team in the league, but then they lost in the first round because he was listening to the critics, and coaching lost that game. And that's the Chargers have never had a good coach since until now, unless if Harbaugh could break this curse, because there's a curse in with the Chargers. Jamie Trent Dilfer, Mark Ripien, Brad Johnson, all have rings. Hell yeah. And what they have in common, amazing defenses. Johnny said props to the QBs who did it when they didn't have any protection rules. That's also why I give Joe Montana the nod over Brady, because Brady literally, like, they changed the rules for Brady, you know, the hitting the quarterback low. And that is one of the rules that extended his and every quarterback's career after. Swift, first down. Chef Rand said Lamar could be the GOAT if he wins 2 Super Bowls. Let's start with him winning 1. If Lamar wins 1, that changes the game, because there's never been a quarterback like Lamar to win a Super Bowl. Never. It's never happened. So, like, he would literally have to. He's already breaking the mold right now, winning. Flag, though. He's literally breaking the mold right now with winning these MVPs, and people are still calling him a running back. Chef ran Peyton Manning. Like, see, Peyton Manning, if we're talking about the most talented quarterbacks, he might be the 101 for a lot of people, like when it comes to talent, skills, knowledge. But look at the difference between him and Tom Brady. He goes to a team where, you know, the line's not that great, coaching's not that great, defense is not good at all. And, you know, he like leads rookie. He had the all-time rookie interception record until Baker Mayfield broke it. And it took, like, their offense getting so good, and like him and Marvin Harrison and shit being so good together, and Dallas Clark and shit. First down, that they overcame their mediocre defense. Their defense stepped it up in that year that they won, for sure. Luis, Roger Staubach, Troy Aikman. I mean, they're up there. But you look at it, I mean, Emmitt Smith was the best player on that team. Troy Aikman did what he was supposed to do. But the only time when we saw that team without Emmitt Smith, they didn't win. And without Emmitt Smith, they don't win.
Swift tried to leapfrog him and got stuck.
Johnny said Marino and Sir Charles are the presidents of the ungoats, right?
Now that's a good
Patrick. Yeah, like who's the best player per sport, like with no championships.
Yeah.
And like, you know, I think even with with Charles Barkley, for sure, he's amongst there. Yeah. But how about Patrick Ewing?
Yeah.
You know, like, man, look at the kind of shit that he had to go through, and like their team was so good, and he was so fucking good. And it's also like ooh. Did Hall get him on that sack? I hope so, because I got Hall starting in a league just because he's going against Caleb.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go. I think so. And but that's still kind of like that's where I always go with the LeBron and Jordan, because like there's always people who are like, well, look at LeBron. He faced the best team ever, the Golden State Warriors. And my rebuttal to that always is, you know why Chicago, like why there was nobody like better than Chicago?
DJ Moore again.
There you go. There we go. Keep going. Let's volume his way to 100 and something yards. We need it. We need it. And I was like, you know why Jordan, like why he always went against teams that were like not as good as him? And they're like, why? Because they weren't as good as him. I was like, because he was undoubtedly the best, and you can't say that any team was ever better than him. Like, how does that not make for the greatest of all time? Just that right there. Let's go, DJ. I want to score more. You're going to have to earn it because Caleb sucks. Just keep giving him the ball on these little wide receiver screens, these little 3-yard outs. Just get him the ball. 3 receptions for 37 yards. There you go. He's already gotten over what Woolen gives up on average per game. So hey, Leonard Williams was tackle. Let's go.
750. 2 carries, 8 yards, 3 for 3 and 37 yards.
Jamie said Aaron Rodgers will always be known as the guy eating boogers on the sideline.
Yeah.
Luis said, "Are those are guys like those considered as GOATs?" I mean, I wouldn't put them in the greatest of all time, but they're definitely amongst the tier 2, greatest of all times. Because even like Dion said, he was like, everyone, let's go, Keenan, let's get it, baby.
So close to
I know, because he's just fucking slow and old. But it's just like Dion said. He was like, we got so many people in the Hall of Fame. Everyone has gold jackets, He was like, we need to start separating these gold jackets, because he was like, the gold jacket I'm wearing isn't the same as the gold jacket a lot of these other people are wearing. And the more time that goes on, the Hall of Fame really gets watered down because they bring in so many people per year.
I didn't even notice that. You see what happened there?
What part?
Where Caleb had to pick it up off the ground.
No.
Not sure what happened there, but yeah, he picked it up off the ground.
I mean, he just keeps running for his life. That's what I see. Who is number 14? Everett. I'm glad, dude.
Everett. Who the fuck is Everett?
Caleb, you really want to get your ass whooped, don't you? Throw it to fucking Keenan. Throw it to DJ Moore.
They must know there's fantasy football going on, right?
Jamie said, I think Baker broke that record playing 13 games. Damn, the INT record, like 29. It was either 28 or 29. I can't remember what he threw, because I can't remember if Peyton had 27 or 28. Yeah, man, what the hell's up with DJ Moore?
Yeah. The hell is interesting. Dude. Very interesting.
Oh my gosh. Please get back in there.
Oh,
please get back in there. Right, Derek? Yeah, glad Everett didn't get that.
Go. Keenan Allen. Go. That's right. That's right.
What the fuck was that? Just the way he threw that, I know he's not catching that. Like, fuck. Like, just the way he threw it. It was like falling off of his back foot, throwing it diagonal. Like, Crispy said Caleb is the next GOAT.
Yeah.
Johnny said Gerald. Oh, what? That's Gerald Everett? What the fuck? I didn't even know he was on
down like that. That's so funny. Oh, he was nice.
Man, Leonard Williams is so close. He got so pissed that he threw it and they just pushed him. Damn it, he was so close. All right, hey, DJ Moore's back out there. DJ Moore's back out there. That's why I love this next gen stats, because it just throws their name up there.
Go, he's open. There he is, to DJ Moore. No, Odunze.
There's a flag.
Oh, flag.
Coming back.
Holding. Offense. Watch him just do it again.
Yep. Yeah. Jamie said, but yeah, he had 14 INTs in his rookie year, 13 games. No, well, I thought he broke the record with 20-something INTs. Oh, maybe that was touchdowns. All right. Keenan Allen on the left, Romy Roman motion, DJ Moore on the right. They throw it to Swift for a little dump. Come on. Fucking lame.
Again, Caleb is like, fucking guys, get them doing the wrong shit. And they did. Odunze again kind of fucked up. You saw that, right?
Yeah.
Keenan was like, motioning for him to motion.
Yeah.
And Caleb was just pissed right there. 1+1. Let's see what happens with Odunze after the half. If we're gonna see more of somebody else or just a correction, or we're gonna see some more points. I mean, this is so on par for Thursday night. Come on.
Because one of the it's horrible right now. One of the things with a lot of these rookies, I mean, a lot of times, if you're a top 10 pick in the NFL, I mean, how many times is that actually a good team that's like jumping up to like pick up a quarterback, And I think that like a lot of these guys were great in college, great in high school, great their entire life, and they're a part of like great teams. And then if like you can't handle mentally not being great and like winning all the time, like that's definitely something that like fucks guys up, like just the mental part of this. Ryan Leaf's a prime example of that. You saw his mental breakdown in like game 6 or game 7 of his rookie year, where he like went postal on a reporter and never got right ever since.
And they have tons of live betting options. And now DraftKings is hooking you up with exclusive live betting options. So get your touchdown ready. Your next live bet is at your fingertips.
Johnny, give this game a bumper. He's to pick me up. Something.
But hurry, it's only for a limited time.
Yeah, and it's just straight trash on both sides right now.
Chicago. What do you think of that Beyonce concert?
I mean,
Live up to the hype.
it was a big presentation. It was a big spectacle.
Big spectacle.
Yeah.
Big word for it.
At least they spent some money. I mean, I don't know how much they paid to get the rights to the to those games, because I mean everything costs money to get the rights to the games. Whatever they did, whatever they paid for the rights to those games, I'm sure Beyonce was a drop in the bucket, and that made more people watch. Props to them.
Especially right after the Tyson debacle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy how Jake Paul was the guinea pig for them for streaming, because that was the first. Well, I think the Tom Brady roast streamed live. No, it didn't. I think it just went up, just premiered or whatever. No, I don't know if that one did or not. It could have. I don't know, because the roast, I know that was something I think that they said they tried to do. So maybe, I don't know. Don't quote me on that.
Did Primes work right away, or were there some glitches to that too?
No, Prime was always good.
It just started off perfect.
Yeah, but like they didn't start off on Amazon Prime. They started off streaming on Twitch for free like years ago. And but it was just like the Thursday night game. They had access to stream it, because there was a time where Yahoo Sports would stream the games, and fucking Twitter would stream the games. But now I think there's just, Amazon paid that dough for the exclusive rights to Thursday night games, to where, because they have it on Amazon, they still watch it on Twitch, But I think because of those things, they were already streaming. It just wasn't Amazon exclusive.
Is that like a one and done for Netflix?
I bet it is. Except I bet it's probably like maybe like, you know, different primetime games. But for Netflix streaming, Raw is Monday Night Raw is going there starting like next week. I think there are 2 Mondays from now, not this Monday, but the Monday after. And Netflix now, like Raw's not on cable anymore. Raw is on Netflix. So oh no, DK.
What?
God damn it. Metcalf pushed someone. I don't know who the fuck that was, but separate these motherfuckers, man. Jesus. Don't let Metcalf get kicked out of the fucking game. Damn it. It was Stevenson that he pushed.
Oh, it was the headbutt.
Yeah.
It was the headbutt. Ooh, am I going against him anywhere?
I don't think he'll get kicked out of the game for that, but
man.
Yeah, so if he gets another unsportsmanlike conduct, he gets kicked out of the game. So he's got to watch himself. He's got to watch himself there.
Wow.
I said, can we police some of the damn JSN going? He said, Gino, yeah, he needs to get his shit in gear. Stranger said, poor taste having someone associated with Diddy perform. Yeah, I mean, that's, that's a story for another day there, because all the shit's about, I mean, I've been hearing about the Jay-Z shit since the Diddy shit started, but
look at him. They're still talking shit.
He's hella pissed, dude.
Oh, shit. This whole rain is not fucking things up. And I need Gino to, like, throw some shit.
Come on, DK. Get it together. Get it together. Luis said, gonna head out. Just dropped in and say, what up, bro? He said, friend in from out of state. Yeah, all right. Have some fun, bro. Hell yeah. Smoke it up. Johnny said Tyreek Stevenson gets into people's heads like that. He's annoying as fuck. I mean, look at some of the best cornerbacks like ever. They talked mad shit because they got into your head as well. Like, DK better not get off his game here. He already looks like he is.
Yeah, like, clearly, can't someone just come up to him and be like, dude, you know how, like, if one of us look like we're off, we should come over and tell each other? Like, I'm telling you, like,
I'm just going to say, though, if you were 6'4" and just ripped to shreds like DK Metcalf, I'd probably just let some things slide that you were doing versus like trying to speak up. Like DK looks like he can fucking kill somebody out there, and like people don't want to smoke. It's also a heated battle, I mean, they're at war right now. Like this, Seattle is fighting for their potential playoff lives right here. So that's also another thing. Guys get heated, man.
It's insane that I could press OK to shop right now and get what I'm seeing in the commercial.
Jamie said JSN ain't doing shit, gonna cost me the Battle of the Brands championship. Man, I'm rooting for you, bro.
My God.
I am rooting for you, bro, because that was that was a great idea of a league. I think it worked out great. We had amazing competition. I drafted the best team available. I scored the most points. I didn't even make the playoffs. Like, that's how good the fucking competition was in that league, man. Fucking crazy.
That's cool as hell. So if I see a bag of chips right now or a Pepsi because of the commercial,
I
can press click here and it'll be here within an hour. That's insane.
Yeah.
The world we live in.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It's crazy the way the technology works.
Amazing. Ben and Jerry's right now comes on. Better believe I'm gonna be like, click. Watch.
And do they have them in New York like they do in LA? Those little GPS food delivery things,
Like Pink Dot, like back in those.
I don't know what the fuck they're called, but in LA, I was walking around and it's literally like a fucking. It just seems like a fucking one of those electronic remote controlled cars,
like driverless
like
cars,
riding through the sidewalk and shit, and fucking waiting at red lights and shit.
Not in my neighborhood.
Yeah, so it probably gets jacked in some places. And I even asked, like when I saw that, I was like, these things don't just get like jacked or kicked over or like anything. And like they're like, I'm sure they do, but there's enough of them to where they're still working.
Yeah, I mean, you can do like Uber Eats and all that. Yeah, that's not new. It's just that the ability to market so direct to the consumer like that, where you could just like show them something and in the moment, you know, just
the Popeyes commercial came on. Someone's like, man, now I want Popeyes.
Kind of like, yeah, that kind of like impulse purchase. You can, you know, you used to be able to only hope for that when you're at the counter. So think about anything you buy at the counter at like, you know, 7-Eleven or wherever, in the aisle racks while you're waiting in line, you know, to pay for something. Usually, let me get that thing. It's only like another $6. You know, all those impulse purchases. Now you could do that with what you're watching. That's amazing. Yeah. Oh, Noah Fant again, same exact play.
All right. Well, we need them to extend these drives, but let's start the JSN and DK. Damn it!
No,
come on, man. DK's so pissed. Get him the fucking ball.
At least it's Gino, and I'm sure I'm not the only one that had to use Gino as a fill-in tonight for Jalen Hurts. That may or may not be in.
Yeah, there we go. DK,
there's
baby.
Metcalf. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. Dude, Hurts is huge.
I don't know if Hurts is going to be in. He's still in concussion protocol today, and it's
And just think about every other quarterback, like, I don't know, the fucking Kirk Cousins of the world who got benched. Like, you know, there's people out there who are using Kirk Cousins and could have been because of injury from someone else or whatever, but every good quarterback that went out, that's gone out for the year, which you can't really think of like who, but you had a quarterback that went out, like you're streaming, you know? And Gino's one of those streamers.
Yeah. Gino was, you know, top. I mean, if you look at the points, he's definitely top 15.
Who? Gino?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got to be. I mean, they throw so much, though. They were showing it at the beginning of the season, at the beginning of the game, that they run less than anybody else in the league. They run only, I think, like 31 or 32% of the time. That's the lowest split.
Yeah, and he does throw it away a few times too. But yeah, they do pass. He passes a lot too.
Yeah. But like, if you have two or three of the best, you know, if you have one of the best wide receiver trios in the NFL, why would you not be throwing it that much? Because we know some of these teams, they're running a lot, but they're deploying 2 and 3 and sometimes even 4 running backs. And mostly it's the Ken Walker show with Charbonnet getting sprinkled in.
Woody.
Stranger said robots being target practice seems like a possible issue too. Yeah. It's just like a matter of time though before like the robots have a gun and they can like defend themselves.
Well, that's clearly happening now in wars, you know. So yeah.
Yeah. For sure.
We're there.
Yeah, and like Terminator 2 just seems all too real, you know, right now. Like
it's 100% reality.
Yeah.
Dogs running around doing shit like that. We were at the MJ Biz, and Heisman had a robot dog walking around the entire MJ Biz like an AI dog. You know, you have to tell it shit. No one was controlling it. It was just like, here are the coordinates. You tell it just to walk around, you know? And, oh, my God, it was insane.
That's fucking trippy.
Super trippy.
Fucking trippy. Oh, shit, no way. It's going to be the first wild card game that Amazon Prime has ever hosted.
So much for no rain. This is not
Yeah,
a
it's
little
coming
light
down now.
rain. Fuck. This is impeding shit. The other option was Bryce Young. I don't know if I would have done that.
Giants said prediction: DK catches a TD pass and then throws the ball right into Stevenson's face, then gets ejected. As long as he gets that touchdown first, like I'm okay with it. It's like let's make it a long one, so make it count.
Yeah, get a long touchdown first. And that's
It
good.
ain't no fun when the robots got the
JSN will be the only other guy. And Gino gets all the points, and Charlotte, that'll be all good all around.
Jamie said, I've been telling people Terminator is a real thing since the early 2000s, right?
This 3-3 bullshit doesn't work for me. At all. At all.
No.
This was the fear.
Yeah. These guys got to get their shit together.
This was
You
the
gotta
fear.
get it together.
It's like, let me ask you this. Okay. You're a veteran, you know, when it comes to fantasy. And right? So we still played. Did you play Mixon? You had
Not every place, but I did play him in a couple. Yeah.
right? Like, is it a discipline thing? Like if you know, like hindsight, right?
Yeah.
You look at the scenario and you're like, yeah, you know, like they're playing Baltimore. Baltimore's one of the best against the rush. Like he has, you know, this is likely what's going to happen. They're likely playing from behind. Like, you know,
You have to have someone that you're so confident in that you're just like, all right, Mixon's on the bench. But I feel like that's like a big part of it is having.
yeah.
the
But I'm
confidence.
talking about like someone you're mediocre, like Mixon is depending on your scoring, got you 5 to 12 points, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So even somebody that's going to get you like 15, 16 points.
Well, see, you say that like we could guarantee that someone is going to score that 15 or 16 points.
Someone else, you mean, on your
Well,
team?
yeah, like if you're saying like if you're swapping Mixon for
I'm saying,
someone
like
that we think,
in your flex, sure.
because to me,
Come on, guys.
going into that game, Joe Mixon could have got 10 to 15 points.
You think
know,
so?
like, well, yeah, he could have. I mean, there's bad games.
Yeah,
that
he almost got a
and got-
touchdown. He almost got the touchdown. He did almost get a touchdown. And the truth is, he got opportunity to get a touchdown another time. So he could have easily had 2 touchdowns in that game. Okay.
Yeah. So that's what it comes down to. Like, I mean, we already
But
knew
like,
it was going to be a
But
bad
you
game.
even said yourself there were parts that you did sit him.
Yeah. But it was,
Wow.
I mean, it was places that had decent options as well. Like, that's it. Cause like, do I want to play someone that I think could score higher than him who I don't believe in their talent or matchup? You know, like I mean,
Ford.
that's
What about
Ford.
Ford?
Also what.
Would you have played Ford over Mixon?
Well, see, it's funny because I played Ford and Mixon in the same league. I had Derrick Henry in one of them, but Ford is the guy who I have in as a starter. And I think I just fucked up and just forgot about Mixon and left him in like without like contemplating like another move.
You did on accident.
Yeah, but even that, like mentally, I was playing Ford over Mixon in that case. So yeah.
Yeah. Like it's just so hard because like there's like the whole, well, you didn't draft him in the first round. You didn't draft him so high in the draft just to sit him in your championship. But like
at the end of the day, a little part of this is gambling. You know, now I'm not just talking about the money. We're gambling on certain players, you know, with what we think that they're gonna produce. And like Joe Mixon, I feel like he did so good for so long that like you have to have a lot of reasons to sit him. And maybe a bad matchup's not enough to sit him for some people.
Right. Brees Hall's another guy that's like you know you got him really high, but
And see, even mentally, Brees Hall's matchup is way better than Joe Mixon's. But like
yeah,
to everybody who asked me about Brees, if it was even a halfway decent matchup, I said the other person because like mentally, I've already checked out on Brees. He's like he's fucked us time and time again,
yeah.
and then even in the smash matchups, like he still has just done.
Doesn't have the his floor is kind of low, and you know his ceiling is just he hasn't hit it like too often.
Yeah. And Jamie said, fun fact, Kyle Reese is not John Connor's father, but his father is the rich business guy who blew off Sarah in the beginning of the first movie. He broke their date because he already got what he wanted. Oh, man. Interesting, right?
Williams just got that sack.
Golf clap for Williams. Yes, right at the end of the second quarter. Fucking love to see that. Fucking love to see that. I'm going to go look and see if any of my greens change from green to red or if any of the reds change to green.
Still slightly green.
Man, see the one where I have JSN and DK going like fuck, dude. And I totally fucked up and left Roquan on the bench because it's a league where we only start 3 linebackers. It's the first dynasty that I ever created, and so it's not perfect at all. Fuck, man. Jamie said Idiocracy is classic. People already wearing those idiot shoes. Idiocracy is the only movie to start off a comedy and then become a documentary. Hey, Facade on Rumble. What up, bro? He said, pop in. Let's blow some smoke. Let's get it. And Jamie said, what about the movie This Is the End? Man, I like the first half of that movie way better than the second half, but that shit's like so funny. Like Michael Cera, like all doing blow and like slapping Rihanna's ass and shit. And they said like when they were like making that, he said he was like, I really get to slap Rihanna's ass, right? And she was like, I really get to slap the shit out of Michael Cera when he slaps my ass, right? So like that's a real slap on the ass, and that's a real her slapping the shit out of his face in that movie. And Danny McBride's still the best character in that movie. But it's funny, everyone playing alternate versions of themselves. Phil said, now I need to get Mafe to get one. Man, he's been right around a lot of plays so far. I've seen him in on some tackles.
We need to see a different second half.
Yeah. And one thing to remember for everybody, it doesn't matter how bad or good your matchups are going right now. It could change. So we got to stay positive. We got to stay mentally strong. That's like one of the toughest parts.
This is mentally strong. Not only a championship weekend. Is it always like this?
Yeah.
Where you get Christmas. So it's always like this where it stretches out over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games.
No. There's never been a year. There was a COVID week like this, but like never. No,
it's never been like this, right?
No,
this is hard.
Yeah, because there's never been.
Also, it's got the element like we just had right now with Hurts, right?
Yeah.
Where you don't know. And there's lots of things like that where you're trying to like sub guys, like especially now you could sub guys and you can only do that if the game is afterwards, and then you really understand.
Yeah, like Johnny said, Christmas isn't always a Wednesday. Yeah, I mean, remember a couple years ago when Kamara got the 6 touchdowns? Well, I don't remember if that was a Sunday or a Monday, but it was one of those two. And for the longest time, there wasn't a guarantee that there was a game to be on Christmas. You know, like that. This is also new.
There's just no football on Tuesday and Friday.
Yeah, because I gotta stay mentally strong. That is hard. No Diddy.
Yeah, it's like, oh, it's like, I'm always good until like 12, 13. Oh, no, it's like, I'm smoking too much. I start making mental mistakes. It's hard to stay strong for, this long. And then, oh my God.
I think the longer that you play, the longer you play, the more that you've been through everything and seen everything. Because I've been down on a championship week on a Thursday and came back and won. And the other way around. I've been up super to begin a championship and then lose, So
Right.
It's like anything can happen. And at the end of the day,
Monday, Tuesday.
at the end of the day, the one good thing is if you do have anybody who like flops, right now, at least you know that and you can swing for the fences later. I mean, that's the one good thing, if anything.
Yeah.
Crispy said, man, fuck Christmas. Give me the tree. And Facade, he said, I only bet straight games. He said, I'm winning huge on my Vikings. He said, what's your call on the next game versus spread? I want to say Vikings lose by 3 or win by 3. I'm gonna say they win at home. I'm gonna say they win by 5. I don't know how they're gonna win by 5, but if the over under is at 3 or 3.5, I bet they cover that.
Were they playing?
Green Bay.
Right.
Fuck, man. Gino 97 yards, Caleb 82 yards.
Bullshit.
Yeah, this fucking sucks, man. It really does. And the rain's not helping nothing.
No.
And no matter what,
It's also, it's like,
the guys who I had to start over, my DJ Moores and Keenan Allens, like it wouldn't have been that good. But they need to fucking do something in the second half, damn it. Johnny said Gino's Latin for ass.
Look it up. I swear, I looked at it earlier. I wasn't bullshitting. Chicago's not supposed to have rain. Doesn't say anything about rain. Bullshit.
What'd you say?
Look it up right now. So I'm not crazy.
What am I looking up?
Chicago weather on your weather thing on whatever app you use.
Okay. Well, I'm not using. When I go look at the weather, I look at the weather on NFLweather.com because they're getting the weather from the exact location of the stadium. And it says, well, right now it says 49 overcast, 7 miles per hour of wind.
Doesn't even say rain.
No, earlier it said 49% chance of rain.
Thing is,
Maybe
it's supposed to start again 40 minutes later if I'm not.
Well, maybe it stopped and maybe we can get some action going when it stops. Johnny said I can get over Flowers and Nico, but if JSN puts up 5-2, I'm having some steep mountains to climb.
Let's look at the radar. Where?
I'm pissed about Flowers, man. I'm super pissed about Flowers. I just really don't need him.
Where's the stadium? Do you know?
I'm not sure.
Hey Siri, where in Chicago did the Bears play?
I know it's Soldier Field, but maybe you need the location.
Right, Soldier Field, straight up. I'm gonna just write Soldier Field. Let's see. Soldier Field. Straight up. We got it. Soldier Field. Rain is expected to stop in 23 minutes. Hell yeah. Okay. Now I know you're going to tell me, well, yes. we just had this with San Fran, where the rain stopped and we were
obviously.
Do they come back in clean clothes? Do they fucking come back in their soaking wet uniforms? Now everything's gonna get better.
I mean, I've lived in San Diego my whole life and like never had a rain delay. You know, I mean, maybe there's a couple games that got rained out in advance, but we never had a rain delay or play through rain or anything. Never had to deal with anything like that. But I just feel like if you get a chance to go to the locker room and you could put on fresh clothes versus being like soaking wet, like why wouldn't you just come out like in fresh clothes at least? Like, you know, your socks have to be feeling like, you know, nasty already.
Sure. I think they're all changing completely.
Yeah, right? You don't have just one uniform. Like, I mean, there's always multiple fucking jerseys that these guys have and pairs of pants and socks.
Can you do you think that there's a what's it called, right? Like a set an exact amount of time, right? That the half is?
Yeah.
So like there's no such thing as like
I think it's 20 minutes.
Right, so I'm saying there's no such thing as like someone's dropping a deuce and like it's 21 minutes. No, like you're setting out your backup. Right? There's no like just slow down, don't just walk, don't run out. You know, like take your time.
See, I mean, there's nothing like I don't know. I just feel like that's probably never gonna be a thing, right? Because like if you know you only have a certain amount of time, you're probably running back there to like get back there and handle shit or whatever. Like
if they knew the rain was gonna stop like in 25 minutes, you know, then they only have 20 minutes for the half. They're gonna start it, huh?
Yeah. And what up, Fantasy Dog? He said, "Hey, Huss," and he said, "I got an underdog 50K finals team." With Jackson and Andrews. Nice. Good shit, dude. Good shit. Rooting for you to get that 50K, bro. That'd be super dope.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Says in 36th place. Metcalf is my wide receiver 4. Okay. And how many places get paid out in that league, and how many entries were there, if you could check? And Fantasy Dog JJ Adams and Thomas. Nice. Right, Chris Bean said better change your socks. Feet are important for sure. And who wants to be playing in wet socks, you know, if you could fucking avoid it? It's different if it's, you know, if you're out there and it's just wet and, you know, the whole time. But yeah, you know, nobody likes dealing with that shit. Followed by Sunday Night Football on NBC, and Week 17 concludes this Monday. And don't forget, guys, we got 3 Saturday games, so we gotta be ready. This year's championship week is not for the faint at heart. You have to be a savage just to maneuver throughout this week, because there's already been more than a few people that have said they fucked up and they didn't wake up and, you know, make their changes before yesterday in time.
Absolutely.
Johnny said fantasy what is it? 110 through
111,600 or how many teams?
10 pays 5K. So like I'm kind of confused on that. So is it 5K throughout the whole way, or that 5K is split up throughout those teams? I'm curious. But
entries, okay.
So 111,000 entries.
10th place pays 5K.
Okay. 1,100,000 is the entries.
Right. So we got that part.
Place.
And then
10th place
Pays 5K.
Yeah.
How much was it to get in?
Yeah, what was the entry? Was it a $3 entry for that one? Because I know those are like kind of like the ones that are the most popular for sure is their $3 entry ones.
And you're in 36.
I said 36.
Let's go.
But is it only top 10? $5 entry. Okay. Is it only top 10 that gets paid? And like 10th place is the lowest one, and that's 5K?
And did you do a bunch of different teams? Like, how many teams did you do?
Because, yeah, I'm curious how many total.
And I'm curious if you did like if you did do multiple teams, did you have like different strategies? Like when you could have picked up the same person multiple times, did you say, you know what? No, I've done that. I'm gonna go. You know, I'm assuming that, right? These are all redraft, right? So I'm gonna go like 0 RB. I'm gonna go, you know, hero RB. You know, whatever. I'm gonna pick Josh Allen early up. You know, I'm gonna go with a QB super lit. You know, curious. 5. Yeah, I love that. Did you have 5 different strategies? Do you have multiple players on the same?
Oh, so Hesh, you want my little mini review on this on the I told you that I got some of the internet weed, right? From so it's the YouTube. So it's
let's see it.
I would say for people outside of outside of California and a couple other states out there, I'm sure they'd be, you know, really excited for the most part. I know the camera, you know, it's not really doing it justice one way or the other, but it's just okay. It doesn't look amazing. It doesn't smell like anything. You know,
no terps. Well,
no terps. Okay. Doesn't, and it says that it's lab tested, but you know, we don't. I think they give the THC percentage on the website, but I think that's it.
What does it say on the bag?
It says product contains 0.3%
THC.
Is that the Delta 9 THC?
Delta 9 THC, because that means it's legal.
Yeah, and that's all. And that's all it says.
Yeah,
and so I would say for people,
it's sold as THCA flower.
I believe so. Let me go pull up.
Like CBD hemp flower or THCA flower?
THCA flower.
Okay.
And I would say for people, if you're in the fucking middle of nowhere, you're probably okay with getting this stuff.
And how much was it? What did you buy?
So I bought 2. I bought because I wanted to get the free shipping because that's where they seem to get you on everything. It was 33% off. They had some deal. Oh, it's fucking still raining.
Yeah.
It was 33% off, and I ended up getting 2/8 and a half ounce of the smalls.
It's a drizzle. Doesn't look like a drizzle. Maybe for Chicago, that's a drizzle.
Right.
Chardonnay caught it. Okay.
Let's go. And it was, I think it was like $90 or something like that. After the 33% off.
14 minutes. 14 minutes. It's going to be the fucking last quarter.
I know, God damn it. No, check the status. Rome's not going off. I don't know if I think he might only have 1 or 2 catches.
Maybe even getting the doghouse.
Fantasy Dog said, no, I'm good for 1,500 if I stay put. Already pocketed 520 sitting on a K as is. Nice.
Okay. So not too many terps. I spent about 4,600 this year.
Yeah, the
pocketed 1,200. Okay.
You know, the looks all kind of whatever. I mean, everything always looks better in like
So you got
You
two
know-
different kinds?
I got 3 different kinds.
3 different kinds. So let's see all 3. Or do you need out open the others?
Let me get. No, I did. Hold on. Where's the other one? It's got a lot of jars around.
Oh,
here.
Kino! Hey!
Huh.
He just kind of slid when the path was still clear.
So one of them, I actually think I already smoked it all. I have the smalls, and that's.
How was that?
I mean, I feel like I'd rather get some of these smalls. There you go. Charbonnet Russian again. So I feel like I'd rather pay the price for these smalls versus the price of the 8th, because they both
like a little like a diesel kind of thing.
What kind was this? Candy breath.
Candy breath.
But yeah, like that I'm pretty sure that's why the smalls are their most popular thing, because it's just as good as the other stuff that they're producing, is what it seems like for me, at least effects wise.
Yeah, and if you're grinding it, you're grinding it. If you're putting in a ball, you're putting in a ball, and you're turning it into a small. Like you talked about this, right? Like it's not like it's literally the popcorn buds, you know, from the bottom of the plant. That's not what's going on.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Check stats said good. I didn't start him. He said, okay, he's got 0 catches. Okay, yeah. So I think, well, one time I guess he must have missed him, and the other time there was a flag. He had a touchdown, but it got called back.
It's a super weird angle right there.
Sack fumble. I think Seattle got it back, but
is that what happened?
Crispy said, is it worth the shit? No. Nah.
Yeah, look at that.
No. It wouldn't be something that I would be telling people to go buy.
What about somebody like in Texas that can't go to a dispensary?
Well, I mean, and that's what I'm saying. Like for people like in the places like that where you literally can't get anything, but you might be able to find something comparable in like the Delta 9 that you can get in Texas. I mean, Crispy sent me pictures of like just going to a smoke shop and there being like Delta 9 just like right on the shelves.
I bet you it's Delta 9, exactly what you have in there. Delta 9.
Yeah.
THCA.
Yeah.
Delta 9. This is Delta 9, but it's 0.3% THC. Because that's what it is until it's heated up.
Yeah. Jamie said, "No, I'm here to listen to your takes." And Jamie, been a dude whose opinion I always noted makes it super cool. Hell yeah, bro.
Oh yeah, I don't know this shit.
They said I get 500 more regardless of the outcome. Okay, nice.
Hurry to the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event before this great offer ends. Drive away now in one of our most popular models with 0% APR and 0 payment for 90 days. Only during the
this week's going to be crazy for the best ball. A lot of people, a lot of injured people. Guys like CD going out and not playing. Guys like Hurts.
From Los Angeles.
Yeah, see, and Crispy said some of it's pretty decent. And that's all it is, you know, mid-level stuff.
Sometimes.
That's a better play. Plus, it's more fun to say.
It's definitely not going to be Neville You know what I mean? It's not next level.
Yeah.
Pick
Hell
two.
yeah.
Save with the personal price plan.
He can though.
Wow.
What up, Toyota One? So 2 RBs, 2 wide receivers. Adams, Thielen, McMillan. Man, it's almost like you should wait until tomorrow to ask this because Adams and Thielen both still questionable, right? I'm a little bit nervous.
Really, it's a revenge narrative.
I know.
What about the
I
RBs?
think I would still go Adams and Thielen. And then for the RBs, I'm not gonna put J.K. Dobbins in there just yet because I don't even know if he's gonna play or not. I'll say Ford and Spears. So Adams, Thielen.
Tracy Knight is also banged up.
Who'd you say?
Tracy.
Yeah, I don't want Tracy.
Yeah, Spears, man.
It's fun while it lasted, but
looking more and more like Pollard's gonna be out. And even with Pollard in the past couple of weeks, he's been crushing
he
it.
gets catches. He gets catches.
He gets catches, man, and he gets a lot of goal touchdown work. You know, like bang bang.
Yeah, Pollard. They got there on a 2-year deal. They could get rid of him after this year if they wanted to.
Yeah.
Giants said I'm gonna watch cartoons. This game sucks ass. This shit better change, man.
Better change like real soon.
Pod said you like Brandon Cooks after the CD news. No, I want nobody on the Cowboys because it's good.
I think that means we're shutting it down. That's
as good as the opportunity seems because there's no CD. None of them are CD, and none of them will do anything versus the Eagles' cornerbacks unless they somehow sit a bunch of their cornerbacks. And they need to win, so I don't think they're sitting anybody.
Right, but I don't know about it being. It's not going to be. What sucks is not going to be a high-scoring game.
No, not for the Cowboys, anyways.
Not for anybody, because you don't need it to be.
I mean, Barkley could shit all over the Cowboys. And probably will.
Yeah, he'll probably get a couple touchdowns and then it'll be over. But I'm saying instead of like a 4-touchdown game, unless I guess it can.
It totally could. Cowboys, like their whole team is out, like both sides of the ball. Damn near it seems like. Hey, and Fantasy Dog said the number 12 like. Let's get more of those likes. I appreciate it, guys.
Yeah.
Chris said a bunch of alcoholic politicians being stupid about cannabis in Texas. Do we think is there would Texas be number 50? Like if it came down to
Utah.
Utah even more. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Those Mormons.
Texas
man.
definitely up there.
You can have 8 wives, but you can't smoke any weed. What kind of sense is that?
Keenan Allen.
We need more. We need more of those. Please. Come on. We need like 10 more of those. Yeah, that's what's crazy about some of these places. Everything's like so I wonder how many other countries are like this too, where like all states are like divided on like certain things because let's just use there's a couple things that we could go with. Weed, some places 100% legal, some places medical, some places fully illegal.
There aren't too many things that are like that, though.
Well, gun. I mean,
illegal, but the states go on their own. Oh,
got him.
Like
what the fuck were Reed and Jordan Love doing? That was a little suspect right there on that.
Yeah, that was a little. Hello.
But then we go to like gun laws. Like, I mean, man, there's some states that are just like insanely lenient, and then some that are just insanely conservative. Yeah. And it usually seems to like, if you're lenient on drugs, kind of, you're not lenient on guns, and like the other way around. If you're like not lenient on drugs, it's probably a state that's lenient on guns, and not every place can be Nevada. You know, like Nevada's like a unicorn right now. But then let me see. But what the gambling laws, you know, that's another thing. I mean, shit, there's so many places that you could play DFS.
Yeah,
you can't play DFS. There's places that have casinos, there's places that don't have casinos, there's places you can bet online, states you can't bet online. And so I mean, those are, you know, just some of the kind of things that affect us and the things that we do. So those are things that I think about. But you know, it's crazy how like that, but that's what I mean. If there's other countries around the world where it's so different going from fucking state to state, it's like it's literally, you know, we're all the same country, but each state is its own little country depending on the rules.
Yep, it's really true.
In some places, I'm a hardcore criminal for as much weed.
Yeah. You're like extradited back to you.
like, you know, some places like people hearing our stories about bringing weed on the planes, and they're just like, fuck, like that, like no fucking way would I do that, you know, and like 100% legal. Like, I mean, that person dry snitched on you that you smelled like weed, and the TSA lady was like, sir, it's perfectly legal. Okay. Yep. Like they like the security got set off on my bag, and like I put my weed in the same like Manscaped toiletries bag that I put my toothbrush and my toothpaste and like all that shit, and I just had, you know, the little 3/8 nug jugs in there. And like they go right for it, and I'm like, oh shit. And then they move the weed out of the way, and they're like, oh, it was this toothpaste that set off the security.
International.
They're like, do you want it? And I was like, no, throw that shit away.
Yeah. International is not something you want to fuck with, but
no.
National.
Ask Brittany Griner, right?
Yeah, exactly. Not even like a little bit, but national, like, yeah, for the most part, exactly. They just don't want you bringing like liquid.
Right? Yeah.
It's crazy.
And like that's what's cool about all these little nug jugs and shit. It's all glass, so they're not, you know, trying to, like, I brought my bongs through, you know, before, and I always clean them, you know, but I brought my, like, when I go out to the East Coast, I'm bringing the Jerome Baker bong with me.
Hey,
you know,
definitely want to clean them.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, but yeah, that's no biggie. I clean it anyways, you know.
Right.
So
right. As long as you have your alcohol, it's more about bringing it. What are you bringing it in? In the box it came in?
No, it's probably just going to be in my bag, wrapped in a bunch of my clothes.
Right.
Ooh. What the fuck was that? Yep, turn to one. Every state governs itself. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of crazy because, like, before I even got my my Nevada license and shit, they can't look up the California DMV fucking database or anything, you know, like they don't know like what's going on there. They only have access to the Nevada like DMV database. So like I don't even know how they can govern some of that shit. Like they just hope that you pay. Because even when I went like going to dealing with a ticket in Nevada, so much fucking easier than any fucking place in California. Yeah, I mean, there's no fighting it either, though. But you go in, you go to a computer, and you pay a fine. That's it. And that's it.
It's really not like it used to be.
And if it doesn't add any points to your license and anything, even better, because I don't want to go to traffic school anyways.
At JSN? Yes.
There we go. God damn it, dude. What? He was on the fucking ground. The ref saying he's on the ground. Throw that shit back, Byard. Motherfucker. Dude, I don't know who the fuck that was. Did you see the Chicago defender that like dove across the screen? I was like, no, is this guy gonna fucking intercept it? And yeah, show this replay.
Yeah, it did look like it, right?
Look at this.
Look at that.
I thought that, like, from the angle that we were looking at it, it looked like he was about to jump in front of the ball and jack
It totally did. Sometimes these angles are great, sometimes it's not.
With Derek said, had that happen to me one time too, Huss. Man, yeah, that's some bullshit, man. That's the bullshit about dealing with the security shit. But yeah, see, that's why I don't even want to go visit places where weed isn't legal, you know, because I don't want to be dealing with no shit like that either. I've come a long way from getting in trouble for fucking traveling with weed and just having it on me or smoking or whatever.
Yeah, so many places now where it is, it's just like you might as well just stay where you're welcome. Okay, if I'm not wanted, I'm not wanted.
Yeah. That's why there's a lot of places that we were originally contemplating potentially moving. And like, I was, you know what? I was like, I'm not moving anywhere. Like, if weed's not legal, that place is off the list. Like, I'm not even contemplating that.
Right. Yeah.
Because like we're automatically looking, where could we buy a house for cheap potentially, you know, and like things like that. But it's just not worth it.
Yeah.
Right? Fucking Toyota won this game's a real barn burner. Come on, man, you pieces of shit.
Even Florida is not like fully like on the approved list.
Yeah.
I'll travel there, but to live there?
I've only gone to Florida. Well, one time.
He's down. Stop it.
I mean, they haven't whistled it dead yet. What the fuck? Let's see it.
Shit.
That's out.
Dang it.
You know what? Okay. Now, for anybody who's playing Seattle's defense, you know, I know this might be a little shaky, you know, giving up points. This is great for Seattle. Now they got to score.
Yeah. Hopefully this wakes shit up.
And see, but that's why you keep playing it out, though. That's why you keep playing it out.
Though? Who's
How is he down by contact? Gordon was down by contact. All right. Well, okay. Well, no TD. No TD. Okay.
So Chicago will get possession.
Now all this means is we got to get it to DJ. I want to score more. What up, Elias? Oh, man. He said, lost all 4 of my leagues in the semifinals. I would have thought one of them would have moved on. It's tough, man. I've been there, man. I've been there when I made it to 3 championships and lost all 3 championships. It's not a good feeling. Not a good feeling.
Hopefully you learn a lot of things along the way, you know. That's what you got to take with you.
Got to. Derek said, I need Keenan Allen. Me too, man. I got him going in one league. And I need him big time for that one.
We need Gino. We need to do something. This is insane.
Come on. Allen. More. Let's go.
Just should be that rule. Just like no Thursdays. Disgusting. Oh my God.
Win a really big design contract. Realize you're more the creative type than a finance type.
Oh, man. Come on.
Manage and grow your business all in one place. Intuit QuickBooks, your way to money.
I got in this dynasty, I got Keenan Allen, I got Gino, and I got Owens, right? But on the other side, he's got Jenkins, who's got nothing right now, and he's got Metcalf. So we're kind of both sharing in the misery.
The new Hyundai Tucson Hybrid.
What up, JJ? Said, gotta ask who has the ball. I said this is the longest. Chicago has the ball. Yeah, super fucking crazy. The way that this is the whole play. Just how it like copy and pasted the way that it showed. So much fucking shit in this. Yeah. So all in all, it was a fumble, and Chicago has the ball right where Seattle fumbled it. Derek says the low scoring week so far. Texans only had 2. And now this 2 low scoring fantasy week so far. Yeah, I mean, the Chiefs and the Ravens, I mean, those are the teams that did what we needed them to do. Everybody else has been a flop so far.
Everybody. Is that Keenan Allen?
Hey. Yeah. Only a couple yards, but keep racking up those catches. Get those 10 catches again,
Better than what it looks right now.
Keep the floor high. And Fantasy Dog, Chicago sitting at 136 yards of offense. Yeah, and too much of that is Swift right now. Try to need Sharp to get some more points. Yeah, this game's a steamy pile of shit. Yeah.
Sure is. We need it to happen quick.
But yeah, so for me, Hess, with that type of weed or getting the smalls that where I get at the dispensary that I get it from, I think the smalls are a better deal, even though it is what's that?
Just as a general philosophy.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Boom, again, Keenan Allen.
Let's go. There might be a lot of short ones, but we need a lot of those short ones. But yeah, I feel like the quality, it's probably, I don't know. I mean, it seems like it's not even close, the quality. And I mean, the smalls that I'm getting, a lot of these, like I said, it's, 24 to sometimes 29, 30% THC. Who got them? Nuosu got him.
Big one.
Fancy Dog said I need Chicago to score. I mean, Chicago needs them to score. Chicago needs Chicago to score. Doing so bad right now. JJ said, imagine saying Seahawks versus the Bears would be a terribly low scoring game at the beginning of the season. Yeah, I mean, just wouldn't think that.
That was just a 2-on-1 right there, huh?
Yeah. Dang, no points even got scored, huh? Man, well, somebody doubled up on the squares. Let me go see who's won so far on the squares.
That's the only good thing here.
Let's see. So the first one's the 3-0. That is Takeo. Man, funny. I don't know how the new people get so lucky, but the new people get lucky. $80. First time playing, first square hit. And let's see, the reverse square, the $20 one, that is our homie Matt, Mental Oriental. And then 6-3 has hit twice. And that is Felix, 81. So 80 times 2 for him. And then 3-6 that's Jeremy. Man, Jeremy fucking loves the squares. He was like, I don't know how I keep hitting on your squares, but he was like, it's the most fun thing ever because every other time I try to do any kind of anything everywhere else, I just always lose. And He threw down 3 squares on this game, $20, and he's hit for $40 so far. And it was $20 for him because he did his. If you use your winnings towards future squares, you get them 3 for $20. And Holland Vlog, he said, needs Charbonnet.
No.
He's gonna see the field more, man. Trust me.
We can't comply with that one.
He said, I think the Bears regret taking Caleb. Well, I think they should regret getting Caleb because they had Fields for what, potentially 2 more years. And, just, I don't know. Imagine like them trading that first round pick and trading down, and still having Fields, So I don't know. Crispy said I'm going to change my my squares name so I could be new.
Might work.
Yeah, because I do not know how it works like that, but I don't know. All the universe somehow.
It's only one nest. There'll be other wasps.
Come on. Come on, man. More Keenan, more DJ.
Points. Period. More action. Okay, here we go. Action. Bang down. Just wanted that.
Seemed like that was going to be right in Keenan's hands and swatted right at the line. Toad one, was there any other QB in the draft last year that would have played good with the Bears, or is that just where the QBs go to die? Well, I mean, let's think about it. The Bears have never had a 4,000 QB passer ever, and they're like the only team that's never had a 4,000 yard passer. So take it, we can take that kind of stat for like however we want to take it, but maybe it's the weather, maybe it's the coaching. I don't know, but it's something. There's something in the water in Chicago that makes the QBs not that great.
Bo Nix. Would have Bo Nix been better on this team? Either way, the offensive line is just like we were saying.
Yeah.
Not up to the mark.
That's the thing. It's not that Caleb's not talented.
You just got to give somebody that's transitioning, right? You just got to give overcompensate on the amount of help.
Look at Baker on the Bucks. That's like a perfect example because someone who we thought was just like completely done, first overall pick, bounced around to multiple teams, and goes to the Bucks and looks like as long as he stays there for a couple years and they keep those pieces intact. I mean, he's a good NFL quarterback in a good NFL system, but if he never would have got to the Bucks, everything else sucked. Sucked in Cleveland, sucked in Carolina. Sam Darnold. There's another example, right? Like, fuck, you go to the Jets. They fucking suck there. He goes to Panthers. He actually did okay until he got hurt. Third string quarterback on the 49ers. Somehow, and now he looks like 10 times better than Brock Purdy does, like right now, but it's more the system than it's actually a system that he could thrive in. Shit, Kirk Cousins. He did great with Washington. Did great with the Vikings. A lot of times he's looking mediocre with the Falcons. I don't think that his Achilles is all to blame for that. Yeah, Fantasy Dog Baker's a flat out gangster. Stole the keys to the Browns' house. Fantasy Dog Cowboys are going to trade Dak and 2 firsts for a first pick. No, he said a draft Sanders. No, hire Sanders as a coach. No,
they just paid that.
Yeah. That's not happening.
Hey, that's great. But who are the chefs? Rookie mistake. Hey, move away, move away. Maybe you just need a Snickers.
Yeah. It's crazy because I really don't think that Shador Sanders is like a high first round draft capital, but because of lack of QB top end talent, he kind of is that guy. And I bet that Dion's going to be getting paid more with Colorado than he would be being a coach with the Cowboys, because he wouldn't be the head coach over there. Probably wouldn't even want to be. It seems like you have a better chance of winning in college than in the NFL, because I don't know, in the NFL, because of salary cap and all types of shit like that, there's just implications on how many good players you can get. But if Dion just keeps building and building and he keeps bringing in the coaches like he's bringing in, their team's going to get really good over years. It's just going to take a while to get there. It's like, dude, he's got Warren Sapp coaching the defensive line. That's just insane. Like, you're telling me you can go to a coach where it's like literally a Hall of Fame, one of the best defensive linemen in history, and fucking learn from him? Like that's some,
Yeah,
that's one of the places they sucked for a while, but like their defensive line stepped it up massively this year since they brought him in. And I bet in the portal that they get some crazy transfers at D-line. JSN. All right.
Love that little.
We need more. Keep going. Come on. Toyota One said, so Caleb goes to a decent team, then you think he's legit. Well, see, the thing is, you could almost take any starting quarterback in the NFL, put him on a decent team, and they would be legit because everybody's talented. There's just different levels of talent.
Look what happened with Saquon.
Yeah.
So the concept, right, is definitely a good concept, a good theory.
So you could say that same thing about Swift, because Swift went to the Eagles after the Lions, and that was like the first year he stayed healthy. He actually looked good, and that's why he was able to get paid from Chicago.
Why didn't you just go to the
outside? Why are they just running it like that? Because fucking Bears can't fucking move the ball. That's why. JJ said the Bears' issue really isn't taking Caleb, just that no offensive line. Exactly. It'd be completely fine. If you think about it, the Bears have the most stacked team in the NFL. Well, see, the thing is like they're stacked at the skilled positions, but you win in the NFL based on the trenches, your offensive line and your defensive line. And that's like their ultimate weaknesses on both sides of the ball right now. That's what's crazy. Like, they probably have one of the best secondaries, defensive secondaries in the NFL, and their fucking front line is garbage. Good linebackers and like just garbage D line. And Elias, now why in the hell would the Giants ever want Dak? We never see trades like that interdivisional though. Elias said, if it guarantees us Arch, I'm all for it. Well, that's still at least 2 years away, right? Because Archie Manning's going to UNC to play with Bill Belichick now. I think he could be there. Is he there 1 year or 2?
Me too.
Because I guess he did redshirt. JJ, I wouldn't say Baker, Sam Darnold are excellent quarterbacks. I didn't say they're excellent. He said say their receiving cores are excellent. Look how Baker's doing once his wide receivers went down. Yeah, he's still doing decent. But no Chris Godwin, that's going to affect anybody. But I was just saying, like, getting guys like that in a better position, they're doing better. Like, it wasn't really their talent necessarily on why their team sucked back in the day. A lot of it could have been their team. A lot of it may have been them having to grow as rookies and just learn how to be better. You know, the longer you play in the NFL, the better you're going to get. Fantasy Dog franchise worth would go up $1 billion. Why? Shador Sanders is going to double the fucking the net worth of the Cowboys. Jerry would pay him whatever he wants. I mean, but he wouldn't though. Jerry's not going to make Deion Sanders the head coach, and he's definitely not going to pay him whatever he wants. Jerry doesn't pay anybody what they want. Like, do you remember all the issues in the offseason? And Pod said, hoping Travis Hunter goes to my Pats, give May a weapon, but watch the coach put him in at cornerback. I mean, he's a better wide receiver than he is cornerback. Yeah, Fantasy Dog said, Huss with the knowledge. Got to drop it sometimes. Well, I said Dak for 2 years to get Arch. Sign me up. Oh, okay. Dak for 2 more years and then get Arch. Baker's a borderline top 10 guy, maybe top 12.
All right, no rain right now.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be putting him somewhere in the teens. Jerry doesn't pay anyone except for Zeke. Yeah, I feel like Zeke had something on. How did he get that big ass bag? Turtle one, so crazy to think what players that failed could have been the greatest of all time, but we'll never know because they failed on shitty teams. Exactly. Crazy to think about. And like, John Harbaugh, like, he's going to go down as one of the better coaches in NFL history. I mean, look at his longevity for one, but then look at how he's won. He won with Joe Flacco. And I mean, if he happens to win with Lamar Jackson, I mean, but even to like tailor the team to Lamar Jackson, you know, like there's not a lot of coaches that do that. They'll like try to make the other guy, try to make the coaches do what they want them to do, whether it's in their skill set or not. Derek said in my work league, Baker's the QB3. And I think he might have been talking within just NFL standards, but for fantasy, Baker's been awesome this year because you got him so late. Just to take, how about this one? Harbaugh back-to-back. Chips, Michigan, and the Chargers. Nah, Chargers are so cursed, man. That's not happening.
This is a weird.
Throw the ball. Throw the ball. Throw the ball. Man, that was a crazy ass play. They're showing the James Harrison touchdown return. He was so gassed on that play.
Meanwhile, the clock is going to 0. So if he gets knocked out at the 1 yard line, they don't even get a field goal there.
Fantasy Dog, I'm on a roll. Yeah, Harbaugh's got a long way to break that Chargers curse, let me tell you. Come on, you fucks, throw the ball.
What is he doing?
Podson said that flashback has been the best part of this game. Oh, man. Here comes Leonard Williams. Come on, eat him alive. And Clipster Carlos. Hey, what up on Rumble? He said, blaze it up, bro. Colts D or Dolphins D? I think that I am picking. I think I'm picking the Dolphins D. Got to be DTR, though. Got to be DTR still.
Oh, Jenkins. Oh, I'm going against them.
I haven't started Jenkins in forever. He's just not been worth it.
Of course, dude.
JJ says, I still don't understand how almost every year the Cowboys do amazing at the beginning of the year. The fans get super hyped, and then they play an okay team or a bad team, and then get the brakes beat off of them. Well, just like I was talking about the trenches with the other team, Cowboys have issues in the trenches as well, mostly on their defensive line. That's why they get beat up versus teams that run the ball really good. But it's one of those things too, you know. Cowboys have bad luck with injuries, and I mean, especially this year. You know, you lose Dak mid-season or whatever, season's over. Lies Jordan Love, Mahomes, Burrow, Allen, Daniel, Stafford, Lamar, Purdy, Stroud, Herbert's, Hurts. Only guys I'm taking over Baker in real life.
And what you said about financing and tax implications has me loving.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Would there be anybody else in real life that would take over him? Lies Dak and Kyler potentially. Yeah, probably. But yeah, Baker's talented also. I mean, he's the 101 for a reason. And all these guys that you're talking about are all high-ass picks, right? I mean, Lamar's like, no, Purdy. Purdy's like the lowest pick out of all of them. But see, like, I wouldn't want Purdy over Baker. Like, we already see what Purdy does when he doesn't have all the pieces. He's pretty hit or miss. Like, Baker took that garbage-ass Browns team to the fucking playoffs.
What do you think is going on with Stroud?
Injuries. I mean, shit. Like, things are great when it's Nico, Tank Dell, and Stevenson. And, you know, then you start getting injuries. Then you get more injuries. Then you get more injuries. And their offensive line already sucks. I'm pretty sure that CJ's second most sacked QB besides Caleb. So their offensive line just also sucks.
Right.
So
Baker,
Couldn't have done without El Paso. Calling it Michelangelo tacos.
Baker's doing pretty good in points.
And Chef Rand said, so Baker top 11, I guess. Yeah, I mean, definitely somewhere in that mix. If not a QB1 in the NFL, top 12, you know, high-end QB2 for sure. Yeah, Chef Rand said the OC failing Stroud. Yeah, because last year the play calling was way better because they had the same offensive line last year. The offensive line was even worse at times last year, and their play calling was better.
And even in fantasy, Baker is top 6 in points.
Yeah.
Is that insane? 3920 passing yards. So just under 4,000 passing yards. 308 rushing yards. 34 passing TDs.
But when you think about it, though, why would we, you know, especially after last year, and then like with what Tom Brady did with the exact same weapons as a, you know, mid 40-year-old, why do we think that Baker would be shit? You know, I mean, he's done good, really good.
I mean,
with a good team.
Not many that come close to 34.
Yeah, JJ said I'd rather have Goff over Baker. Yeah, as long as it's Goff on the Lions.
Goff is 5th by 5 points.
Yeah. Elias said I think the Browns have given up more sacks. Well, maybe more sacks total, but they've had more QBs. So we're talking about single players, and Caleb's leading, and what's his name? Stroud is second.
Oh, someone catch that? Of course.
They give it to him? All right, they gave it to him. Fancy Dog Baker can heave it 70 yards. Nobody else can. Maybe Milton. Yeah, but how many times are you know, players going for 70-yard bombs?
All right. Let's get that red back to green. Come on.
Man, what a fucking catch from DK. What a catch, man. JJ said Watson was leading sacks by far. Then they probably decided to put it down. Maybe. I mean, we know that he had a shitload. I mean, Browns for the longest time, I mean, they were giving up the most points to team defense and, you know, getting sacks and interceptions and all that. Like, I mean, that's a big part of it.
DK looking a little banged up over there.
Well, yeah, he fucking when he caught it and like he like picked it up and then he like kind of fell on his shoulder. That's what I'm assuming happened.
My lip reading is as good as I think it is.
He said, "Motherfucker."
Go. Catch.
Noah Phantom. Yeah.
Come on. Get him down there for a touch and then get him down.
I'll be back in 1 sec. I got to go refill my water.
Let's see. Sharps. Gonna get there? No. Not gonna get there. Denied by Hardy. I think that's his name. So they're gonna have to punt. Right? They're like 4 yards. They're not going for it. All right. Man, well, it's definitely not raining. So they've got 5 minutes and 20 seconds, potentially, of dry football to play. Let's see what they can do. I know, right? You think Gino would at least throw one? Come on. All right, let's see if Caleb could throw some to Keenan over here. Disappointing. They're just certain guys you're not sitting.
Who are we talking about?
Got, Thursday night games. It's just, when your studs are playing, it's just so hard. And even in games, they should do well. On paper.
Yeah, if they're a must start on Sunday, they're a must start on Thursday.
Mine's got a working smoker. Smoke, huh? That sounds delicious. Andrew,
I went a little conceptual. It's the Geico Gecko.
elaborate.
So working with Lime is challenging, like football. It's also green.
King D said, "Cannabis Guardian Angel, salute."
Yo, what's up, King D?
Right, Bill? You think that Gino would be able to at least throw one? Yeah. This sucks. It really does, man.
This is not just 1 hour delivery. This is fast relief for those who won't take a timeout.
Wow.
Chef Rand, let's not get cocky yet. All right. We got to know that we're going to win, but we got to,
yeah.
You don't score until you score, Yeah.
Wow. Who do you have? What are your opponents at?
Because there's a lot of games that could go south this week. So both defenses were a good start, though, for the most part.
And I bet you people were starting Seattle.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who asked about them today. Charbonnet, man. Trash also. Waste of a Thursday play. DK 3 for 42. JSN 3 for 32.
See if they can get one last breakaway, but short of that.
DJ Moore 4 for 39. Allen 4 for 25.
To himself.
Sucks, man. Right, Crispy, don't be falling for projections. Oh, shit. He played Pickens and had Ken Walker. Okay.
Oh, he didn't take Ken Walker out?
Yeah, did he leave him in?
Oh. Yeah, Pickens already. But I mean, there's other guys.
Yeah. JD5, Bucky A. Chain, Brees, Puka, London, Terry, McBride. Here we go. Hell yeah.
You've got A-Chain. That's insane. JD5. You've got Terry. You've got London. You got Puka. Brees.
No. Thought Caleb was about to get it.
Giants or Dolphins. D. Contemplating Giants. D. Oh, that's interesting.
Toyota 1, Brees, Abdullah, Dowdle, Quadendo, Tracy. Probably Brees, but big part of me wants to say Abdullah.
Wow. Wow. Allen for some. Wow, that's crazy, but that just says a lot about Brees, man. Damn it.
Right?
Yeah, what about, you don't think Dowdle might have like a, I mean, Dowdle might have a lot of work, no? You just don't want any piece of it.
Not versus the Eagles. Not versus the Eagles.
That at all.
And everything is easier for Dowdle when CD is out there because the defenses are thinking about CD and that's who they're scheming against. Now they have no wide receivers that they have to scheme for.
Zero. Wow.
Yeah, it's the toughest defense that Dowdle has fucking seen in the last few weeks. That's for sure.
Give it to him?
I mean,
oh, wow.
They're marking him short.
Considerably. On for it.
No choice. Right? Song's a really bad game script for sure. Been trash for both teams. Toad once I never thought I'd be here that drafting this year, yeah.
Yeah. I'm in the same position and I'm sitting Brees. I had him in my flex. And now he's not even in the flex. There's so many people that are just, when you look at how many targets others are getting over him, you just got to take away the name recognition, right? Put some other person's name in there.
Yeah, Elias said who you guys got for offensive player of the year. I mean, I feel like it's got to be Lamar or Saquon.
Definitely.
I know that Allen's in the mix still.
Lamar. Yeah.
He's doing everything.
By the numbers, it's insane. Flag.
Chef ran Brees, Cup, or Tracy. Almost just want to go Cup.
Really?
Yeah. Ooh. I don't want Tracy, so I mean it's a choice between Cup and Brees. But yeah.
Man.
Averaging 47 yards a pick. This is his 8th of the night.
Damn.
It's kind of cool to actually go back and see when, like, first of all, if you look at the people you draft, right? Or if you look at the people right now, clearly, you're in the championship, and you look at the team that you've got going. I would say that more often than not, it's not even the majority of that team is not the starting team that you had day one that you drafted. You think that's accurate?
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool to go back and see history. Like, when did you pick this person up? Oh, you got them in the 14th round. You got them in, 11th round. You got them,
In
you got these guys in the first and the second. They didn't do anything,
like this one was a good one. It's the WWE or WWF Superflex IDP League. It's a redraft. Yes, DJ Moore, baby.
Moore.
Yes. So I got Mahomes in this one, and I got Baker in this one, and Russell Wilson. Those are my QBs. Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs, Chase Brown. I know I drafted him. Laporta, Higgins, Adams, Zay Flowers. So, I mean, I guess I did draft all those guys. I got Ridley there also. But let's see where, like, those guys I actually, like, drafted them.
Is that a redraft?
Yeah.
Oh,
is that Leonard Williams with the sack? I hope so.
Yep. Gotta be.
So here's my draft, and literally all those guys that I mentioned, those are my first 10 draft picks. I don't know how often this is actually like worked out for me like this. I don't think that it's happened often. Mahomes, this is in order. 111. So I had the 11th pick. Mahomes, Henry, Josh Jacobs, Laporta, Adams, Mayfield, Higgins, Flowers, Ridley, Chase Brown. Draft. Those are my first 10.
You didn't pick up a wide receiver until what round? Like 6th round?
5th, 5'11", Devontae Adams.
And then Higgins. There you go. There you go.
But I feel like Chase Brown saved me in a lot of leagues because I was getting him in like the 10th round in like so many leagues.
For sure, Chase Brown did.
And I picked Russell Wilson in the 13th round because nobody was, everyone like swore up and down it was going to be Fields. Wow. In this one, I picked Russ sooner than Fields got picked. But
how many points does he have?
Who? Russ? I don't even know if it's
more or less what you would had expected out of him.
Well, less because he got because he was hurt. He didn't play the first 5 games, but I would say he got what I expected because I mean I was expecting him to be somewhat good with the Steelers. Like I mean I never thought that he was done because of the way that he was in Denver.
Right.
Oh, this pick also helped me in this league. Rico Dowdle in the 15th round. Yeah. And you know what's funny? Here's something even more funny about this draft. The 2 teams that are going up against each other in this league were the number 1 and 2 seeds for the league. I was the 11th pick, and the guy who was number 1 is number 12.
Wow.
So in this league, the 11th and 12th pick produced the championship team.
Wow.
He has Lamar. I got Patrick Mahomes. He's got Rodgers. I've got Baker. He got Sam Darnold. I got Russ. So I mean, he
and Mahomes. You had Mahomes.
The IDP in here that changed around a lot.
Is that something you do? You've done a lot of, or sparingly, where you pick in your first round in redraft? Like it's a super flex, right?
Yeah.
Right. That's different.
But I felt Patrick Mahomes at the 111 was like highway robbery for a redraft. And
yeah,
I don't know if it was highway robbery or not because there were some games that he sucked. But all I know is he put up 47 points in week 17, and Lamar put up 43 points. And so I don't know. I'm only judging it off of this week at this point.
Hopefully this goes to overtime.
And Jamie said you hear all the stuff on Wilson when he was in Seattle. Yeah, but a lot of that's just bullshit chatter, though. I'm sure some of it's real.
Oh, Keenan Allen.
He's got all day to throw, but nobody to fucking throw it to. No way. He caught it. Did he catch it?
He's saying he did. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. All right. Say he did. Woo.
Wow. Okay, they can get a kick from there, no?
And
they're almost already within kick.
I know, yeah. Please take this to fucking please get a fucking overtime. Chef ran JD5 Bowers Rice, my best picks this year. Okay. I mean, maybe not Rice, but
it's out of bounds.
And Jamie, I grabbed the ambiguous backfield RBs like Dowdle, Chase Brown. Yeah. And I mean, just in that one league specifically, I mean, that was my 10th and my 15th pick. So I'm sure that helped me along the way.
Great catch.
Williams locates him. He makes a really nice catch. He is arms underneath, so the ball couldn't touch the ground. So
this auction league that I'm in, I'm trying to go for back-to-back championships here. This one, let me go look at the draft results here. But this team I was excited about. Hey, Noble in the house.
Look at this cute. Look at this code I got for Sonic Shadow Generations.
Yeah, Noble's got his PlayStation game.
Look, it's right here.
There we go.
Nice.
It's the new one. Just came out.
Yeah, and I'll show you the Sonic Frontiers one.
There we go.
Sonic. Which one is that? Sonic Frontiers?
Yeah, that's the one that's a couple years old.
Yeah, it's 2 years old.
So now he's got both of the newest Sonic game. Hasn't played it yet. Not yet. So here goes my draft in the auction league. Listen to these quarterbacks that I drafted. T-Law, Gardner Minshew, and Derek Carr. I'm somehow in the championship right now because of Drake May, Cooper Rush, and Mason Rudolph. But here's my running backs. Jahmyr Gibbs for $28 and Saquon for $40 out of a $200 budget.
Saquon. You went, okay. Yeah, I do. You went like, what is that, 20-something% on Saquon?
Yeah.
Anyone else that high? Percentage-wise? What about who is the wide receivers?
No, I was I really tried to like not go crazy on stuff. So wide receivers, somehow I got Devontae Adams for $18.
Okay.
I got Garrett Wilson for $36.
So when he got traded, that was huge for you. Okay.
Yeah, beyond huge.
Well, you had Garrett. Well, sort of.
Kind of.
Right. Interesting. Yeah. Okay.
So I also had Stephon Diggs for 12. I mean, that was nice while it lasted. T. Higgins for 9. I mean, that was good most of the time.
Trade off for Diggs right there. Okay.
Calvin Ridley for 6. I mean, whatever. But my best pick was my bench pick, Chase Brown for $2.
Chase Brown for $2. So it was that plus Saquon. What was your QBs? Oh, right. And you were able to recover.
But there's pickups along the way. So now listen, out of all those people that I drafted, but here's, the roster that I'm going in with, at least as of right now. Drake May and Mason Rudolph as my quarterbacks. Saquon and Gibbs and Chase Brown, of course, they're there.
Gibbs, Chase Brown. That right there is like, okay.
It's killer. And then, now that, Monty got hurt, that makes Gibbs even better, like right now. And then Garrett Wilson and Devontae Adams, they're still there. T. Higgins is still there.
Okay.
And I put in, as of right now, I got in Abdullah over Ridley, but all those guys that I drafted as my starters are still minus the QBs, but I would good enough to like get those other QBs like ahead of time before other people snagged them. And that saved me. Reek Woolen got the interception.
Oh my God. Did that just happen? He just threw away the game.
That just fucking happened.
Why would he do that?
Fucking Caleb, man.
Who's he going to?
Fucking Caleb.
He didn't even have a throw.
He takes that sack. It's gonna fuck him as well.
Oh, it's to Allen too. Fuck.
That's the way the cookie crumbles.
Oh my God, Caleb. That's the problem. His attitude.
Yeah.
You think he's going over to Gino? Let's see. Yes or no? Is he going over to Gino? I say no.
I'll say yeah. I'll say yeah.
See.
Maybe not. Yeah, it's because all the cameras are getting around Gino. That's another thing. Caleb's gonna go cry in the car.
He's just got attitude, man.
The one league that I'm most excited about in the championship, though, is the 32-teamer. Because that one's fucking hard. And I drafted Derrick Henry with the 31st overall pick. That was the 31st pick out of 32. Got Derrick Henry. And then I get Devontae Adams with my second pick. And then I get Aaron Rodgers with my third pick. I got Hollywood with my fourth pick. That was nothing. And then I got Dubs with the fifth pick. I'm pretty sure I can't remember who I got with the sixth pick, but I got Bucky Irving with the seventh pick at the 731. So that's like pick 200 and something. And that is like the pick that like saved it all for me.
There you go.
But you got to hit on like late guys like that, or like it's gonna.
Yeah, it's worth
like
it.
I got lucky that not a lot of my guys got hurt, because it's kind of crazy that both teams that I just mentioned, out of my redraft, I didn't really have any injuries there. And like, that's part of the luck of drafting. If you somehow have all your starters that you drafted as starters, like even that's just a little lucky.
Yeah.
But is it a coincidence that I have some of the same guys on both of those teams, so I just happen to be on some of the guys who didn't end up getting hurt as well?
Only you know. How much research did you do? Some people are like, he's training with this trainer who saying about like CMC, like, he's fine. He's doing this, he's doing that. Okay, clearly not. You see, he just had surgery.
Who did?
CMC.
I mean, good. Get him right. Pod Sun said Caleb's got 0 dog in him. I mean, see, like that's also another thing, man. If like, you know, just like Shane Falco said, gotta have heart. Cause like that's like a big part of it, and like that's the mental like part of it. Here we go. And Pod Sun said, what do you think percentage of fantasy is luck and skill? And I actually brought this up earlier, and I can't remember if it was Hess that I was talking to or not, but I attribute 15% to the luck of injuries, and then 15% to the luck of your schedule. I think it's a 70-30.
I would add another actual like 10% to just luck, like where you lose by a field goal. You know what I mean? Where someone kicks a field goal and it's just like an inch wide, you know, or hits the uprights.
That's why I hate kickers. So I don't even like equate the kicker part like into it, but totally true.
It's just like on a clearly like, it wasn't even a, you know, but
Jamie said it's 100% luck if me or Huss are in the league. But I think that, you know, with like the dynasty league, like look at the dynasty leagues that we play in, Hess, and compare that to, let's just say, your most default redraft league. You know, which one do you think luck will play a factor in more, or do you think luck plays a factor in one more than the other?
I think that there's definitely luck on, like you just said, those percentages I think exist on both sides. For sure. It's just there.
I think that one thing that I will say,
you're talking about changing though is going to like drastically remove a good portion of that, a good percentage of that luck. If you're talking about doing like what you're doing now with the points.
Yeah. And I think that there's some people who they think that taking away that luck makes it easy. Taking away the luck makes it easier for good teams. And well, first off, I think the good team part is subjective because any team could catch a couple injuries and turn into a not good team in a season. But second, I just feel like it ups the level of competition of the skill wise, because like imagine going 0-2 2 weeks in a row, and like, you know, guys around you are going 2-0. Like, I mean, you could drastically change in the rankings if you're not on your shit.
And you can have an injury early, fall short, and then all of a sudden make a nice comeback. You know, as long as you got a good squad, you can make a nice comeback.
Yeah, because if you catch some injuries in some leagues and you just go down and you're like, you know, you got 5-6 losses, it's like you lose one more time, you're out. But yeah, with the against the median, I mean, you could swing 5 or 6 games in, you know, in a couple weeks. And that's the thing that I do like is there are some teams you get blessed with a good schedule early and you kind of skate to the playoffs, you know, just because you got blessed with a good schedule early.
Yeah. I mean, you see it happen all the time. You see it happen all the time where luck plays like, you know, where someone's like, you know, they won and with like a 2, you know, with a 2, you know, at the front, you know, when everybody else, you know, was like, you know, that person had like 287, but the person they were playing at 279. Everybody else was in the 300s, you know?
Right.
Nice luck. So why did that? And then that guy ends up in the, you know, in the championship.
Jamie said their skill in drafting, waiver moves, and trades. Hell yeah. I don't think anybody and the starts and sits. I mean, there's skill in the starts and sits as well. So that's like another place, you know. And there's some people who are like, well, you could start the best lineup possible, you know, and like still lose. That's the bad luck of who you played potentially.
There's good luck and You know, there's just as much bad luck as there is good luck, right? So we're only talking about the good luck that does or does not exist. Well, we're all. I guarantee you, we'd all say bad luck definitely exists, right?
Right? Yeah,
Bad
definitely.
luck exists for sure.
Yeah, because if it's like there's no good luck, there's no
100%.
good. It's just me doing it, right? Like that's why there's no good luck, because it's us making the choice, and it happens. Even though if you played Hurts in week 16, you got a little bit of good luck because of that. Like it was bad luck for the person, but good luck that it wasn't you who caught that injury. And Crispy said the skill is skills in the IDP, definitely. And it's not hard to like get skilled in IDP either, but it also is, like Jamie said, just like paying attention. If you're not active, like literally, I'd say in most leagues, if you just pay attention and like you do waivers every week and shit like that, I'd say you're putting yourself in a position to where you're probably going to make the playoffs in most leagues. Because there's a lot of people who they don't pay attention every week. Some people might not even set their lineup every week. Like I've seen it. We've seen it all. And Jamie also, the luck of the draw, the matchups on the point scoring for sure, because that's something we cannot control. Can't control. I mean, unless someone's actually making the schedules, but it's the app that just randomizes this shit. And I swear to God, the app randomizes me to get fucked more often than not. I'm sure a lot of people feel like that. And Mongo said, damn, this game was ass. It was horrible. He said NFL did not win over any new fans with that trash. No. Bad game.
What was the over-under on this one?
I don't know. 40, 42, something like that. I was trying to fucking bet.
I think they thought it was going to rain like this either. What is that? That's not a normal.
I don't know why this app was fucking with me. I was trying to bet the Seattle money line and the under, and it wouldn't let me do it. I tried multiple times. And Jamie said I went 14-0, made the finals, and I'm projected to lose because I lost Neighbors and Lamb this week. I mean, yeah, that's some bad luck right there. There's that's crazy. So like Jamie, you just reminded me, in one of the leagues, I was I believe 12-2 or 11-3, something like that. And there was an undefeated team in that league. Remember how I said I've never seen anybody win a championship going undefeated? That team took a first round exit, and I'm going up against the number 5 or 6 seed team instead of the number 1 seed.
Yeah,
it's crazy the way things work.
Yeah, I feel you, Jamie. I lost Lamb today too. I'm putting Ridley in his place. Yeah, not gonna be not pretty.
I know I lost Lamb in 2, and I'm going against Lamb in 1. So, and Crispy, as soon as he heard the Lamb news, he was like, "Hey, want to split in the 21?" Like, oh, did you lose Lamb there?
Yeah.
But yeah, that sucks, man. I mean, especially someone like Neighbors. We know it's going to be bad, but we see signs of good, and his schedule is great, and that like makes no difference. Like it doesn't matter. Quarterback play sucks. Their line sucks, so it's hard to get him the ball. Like let him cook.
We also know about projections, and we just saw it tonight. Projections don't mean anything, good or bad.
Even Vegas said that this game was going to go over 40.
Yeah, pick of the week. Yeah, my ass. It's Thursday night. Gets
like
you every time. Every time. It's like, oh my God.
I really don't want it. Like, I mean, I like watching football as much as the next guy, especially with our fantasy, implications on the line. But how many games have we just been like, man, this game fucking sucks?
It's like they're taking advantage of the consumer won't care. They'll just do it. They'll accept it. It'll be less than. You know what I mean? Imagine you went to a restaurant and it was good every time you win, except for when you go on Thursdays. You know what I mean? It's just like, what's going on?
And you know what sucks? Since Amazon is the exclusive holder of this game, you don't have to pay extra for this game. You know, I mean, you do and you don't. I mean, there's a lot of people who maybe you have one Amazon account as a family, you know, and there's like a couple people that are on this like Amazon Prime account. So like, you know, there's a lot of ways to justify like watching this game on Amazon Prime. And maybe that's the issue. You know, it's too easy to watch because they're going to get advertisers no matter what. It's football, you know, like it's almost like it doesn't matter how many viewers they're projected for or anything. It's the only game on this day, and there's going to be viewers. There's going to be advertisers.
Yeah, but at a certain point, data's got to play, and someone's got to be able to point to some, you know, numbers and say, this is how many people, this is how much they make, this is their age, you know?
Yeah.
No, I'm sure the NFL at a certain point realizes we got to change something.
I feel like we always have games throughout the year that will look like this. And I wonder if they look at it in the scope of like 80% or 90% of the Thursday games are just trash. You know, they're all low scoring. They have this many, you know, whatever. And, you know, compared to the rest of the games that are, I don't know, under 10-point scoring, that's only so much of a percentage of like the Sunday games or whatever. Like, I don't know. There's got to be a way. I'm sure there's a way to break down those numbers that will show that the Thursday games are just like an inferior product on the field compared to a regular Sunday game.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like it's bums either, right? Like it's you know, it's always on paper, these teams were decent coming into the year. That is on paper though.
Yeah.
And Jamie said I'm going against Lamb in a couple high stakes league. So I called Jerry, told him to sit Lamb this week. He said get it, and his old ass listened. Best Christmas present ever.
Did.
Calvo, what up? You think Caleb is ass or he needs a better coach? Better coach, better team, better line.
Both. I think his attitude is ass.
Yeah, if he that's one of the things that I keep like saying. Yeah, for sure. You could for sure lose the locker room. They shouldn't even have him play next week. Like he shouldn't even be playing next week. Like sit his ass down. 0 to play for. It's week 18. Like
yeah. Let's see Badger.
But I feel like that's like the biggest part. I mean, there's so many quarterbacks who get to the next level that say, you know, physical. Of course, it's the physical. But just like they say in Little Giants, football is 80% mental and 40% physical.
Yeah,
it's way more mental than physical. And because when we're talking about the best football players in the world, you know, all the most skilled linemen, the most skilled quarterbacks, like whether they look like Caleb or Drew Lock or whatever, those are still some of the most skilled quarterbacks just walking the earth, you know, right now. And if you don't got it between the ears, that's why a lot of quarterbacks probably fail. Like quarterback's fucking hard to play. It ain't easy. It ain't easy, not at all. So yeah, Caleb needs a lot of things. Yeah, they just better not let him play next week. Next week is different. No late games at all. Like all the games start at 10 o'clock West Coast time.
Yeah. And
we're going to be starting the drafts. Like make sure you guys hit me up about the playoff leagues. I know a lot of people, you want to wait until your championships are over, but let me know soon because I'm planning on filling like 30 leagues and we already got a handful that have filled up already. And invite a friend.
There's time to start thinking about it, like with regards to injuries and playoffs, and like start planning, start thinking about it. You know.
a lot of it,
Strategize.
like, that's what's kind of fun. Like, I mean, we know some teams that are already locked up right now, but there's still a lot of teams that we need to find out we got to find out these last 2 weeks if they're even in it or not.
Absolutely.
Because, like, teams like the Bills are already in it. Of course, the Chiefs, they're the bye in the AFC. Ravens clinched their spot. Texans clinched their spot.
Texans
Steelers.
clinched their spot, but that's a perfect example of how far are they going to go? How many guys from the Texans do you feel comfortable drafting?
They might be playing the Steelers week 1 of the playoffs for all we know. And that, I mean, a really tough matchup for them. Because they're the bottom of the divisions right now. They're going to be the number 4 seed. I don't think there's anything that they could do to not make that happen. And Steelers, they're the number 1, they're going to be going up against the number 4 seed. And then you got the Chargers and the Broncos that are right in the mix.
They're getting Dobbins back sooner rather than later, whether it's not this week, next week, sooner, as long as they get it.
And as of right now, I mean, they both have 9 wins. The next closest besides that is the Dolphins, and the Dolphins are at 7-8. So, I mean, I think the Dolphins win, but that would still just put them at 8-8. And I mean, if the Broncos lose, which I think they are going to lose to the Bengals, that would put them at 9-7. So they'd be 1 ahead of the Dolphins. And then I think the Chargers are going to beat the Patriots. So I think that would make them clinch if they win.
Yep.
And then they'd be going up against the Ravens or the Bills, one of the two. And as of right now, it looks like the Ravens. If it all finished right now, it would be the Ravens.
I think they lose to either.
I think they would too.
You don't want to pick too many guys.
And see, it's like all depends on how good you think these teams are going to do, because you want the most points over the 3 weeks. And
that's likely a bye, right? You're going to have guys on your team with buys.
Well, maybe. I mean, it's really only the Chiefs. I mean, it's only the Chiefs in the AFC that have the bye, and then we go to the NFC. I mean, it's crazy. Right now, it's the Lions and the Vikings. I mean, the Lions are in position for it. Depends on winning or losing, and then the Eagles are still right in position for it. It's crazy that the NFC North, they already have 3 playoff teams that have clinched. 2 13-win teams and an 11-win team with the Packers.
Wow. So the Bills, you might get 3 games out of Josh Allen.
You could, right? If you think he's going to make it all the way. Just like you could get 3 games out of Lamar if he makes it all the way. It seems like one of those 2 teams are going to be the one to go tango with Mahomes, but we don't know how it's going to break down either, because it still goes by the seeding. I don't think
both of those.
I don't think either one of those teams those teams should not face those teams shouldn't face Kansas City in the second round.
Right.
They're not. Like, Kansas City would be facing someone else. It wouldn't be the 2 or the 3 seed. It would be someone else that they'd be facing in that.
Right. That's a good thing.
Well, yeah, because then that means we're getting, but that also means that it's probably going to be the Bills and the Ravens in the showdown in the second week going against each other. So it's like we got to pick right between
one of them, right? Or that's why you got to have multiple teams.
You hedge your bets
on the other.
You hedge your bets, or you grab your balls and you jump into it. Because if you pick right, that could almost guarantee the dub. If you pick right, if you hedge your bet, you're still going to win and lose. It's just like, do you pick the right picks that get you the most points? Yeah. So that's also part of the strategy. Like, Some people go balls to the wall with who they think's going to make it. You never know. You never know. And the playoffs, they're always for like the first week of the playoffs always happen like around my birthday. So it's super cool because my birthday is the 12th. So that Sunday, I don't know what games are going to be going on that Sunday, but yeah, I might just do mushrooms and stream the game. Who knows?
What day is the 12th?
Sunday.
That's a Sunday. That'll be awesome.
Yeah. So I don't know what games are going to be happening on that Sunday, but there's
that's when you're still home, right?
Yeah. And I'll still be home on that Monday, and then it's Monday night. That's when I catch the red eye.
But then when you get like Wednesday night or something like that to New York.
No, I'm leaving. Oh yeah. To New York. Yeah, Wednesday, late afternoon, evening, something like that. Because I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go from, like, I think I'm gonna check out of the hotel, go do the podcast, and then just go fucking, because I think I'm gonna be done like at 2 or 3, and still gonna take, I don't know how long is the train from fucking Danbury to Manhattan? 2 hours, some shit like that.
Not long at all.
Yeah, but still, I mean, it's still time though, 2 hours.
Yeah,
so
it's gonna be like boom. Like,
I mean, I'm probably gonna fall asleep on that shit.
I mean, you'll wake up and be like, shit, that was it.
Yeah,
it's close. By train and stuff, like, not that.
Yeah, and then I have to see from there like how I'm gonna get to the hotel, because I think. I guess I'm gonna walk, but I mean, unless you don't suggest that, but I think it's like 2 or 3 blocks away from the hotel.
From Penn Station?
Not from Penn Station. I think I would have to. It goes into.
No, from Penn Station, you'd have to hop on a subway.
Yeah.
Is that what you meant? And then when you get off the subway, then you just walk?
Yeah,
that's different.
Because there's a subway that's right there, right?
I think pretty close.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what I got to do.
What's it called again?
Hold on. Yeah, what's cool about Google Maps is if you do the public transportation mode, it'll tell you everything, like what to do. So it's gonna like literally route me,
That's the best.
Yeah. The Allen.
I would change to that if that happened. I'd be in there. That's where you want to be. You like to see Burrow as hot as fish freeze out there, throwing to Jamar Chase, who's ever one of the best wide receivers.
Pod son Caleb's got to stop painting his nails. Yeah, I don't think that's helping his cause. Hey, Uncle Buck, what up, bro? He said, let me get that like and subscribe to the best advice in fantasy football. You the man. He said, the Huss. He said, any advice for the underdog? Let's go. I mean, you've been doing good up until now. Like, man, don't switch things up. Your team's like really solid, right?
It's perfect location to parking and the subway.
And Danbury's kind of like whatever train is in there is always running, right?
Yeah. At least by the hour.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, you're in a really perfect area.
Some people just know they can save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first.
Alrighty. Who's ready for my famous charge up?
But, to check the mascot first before bringing food to a tailgate.
Tons of baby.
Looks like the F train.
Smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Celebration.
Yeah, you're like 3 blocks.
This paradise has it all.
From the subway?
For real. 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks.
Am I the kind of dad who always watches TV standing up? I guess I am.
It's hard to watch from back here, and it's closer and closer to the TV over time.
Once we see whoever's turning around in the driveway.
Yeah, you're like in a classic area over there.
In a what?
Like I don't know exactly what
Like that lower area of Manhattan.
Uh-huh.
Just like got a lot of character.
Is that a place I have to worry about getting robbed in the 3 blocks that I'm walking?
I mean, you're not walking at like,
right, middle of the night.
Head on the swivel kind of thing.
Yeah.
Nah, you're fine. That's that's a good little like hipster area.
Yeah, I want to start. I mean, I'm not going to create like an itinerary or nothing, but I definitely want to have some bullet points of things that I want to, places that I want to hit, places I want to check out. Got to start thinking about things like that because no matter what, it's going to be a lot of weed smoking in there. So sticking to the plan may not always be a thing, but yeah,
right. Well, you got to think about outdoors is never going to be an issue there in New York.
Right, smoking outdoors.
Outdoors, you just go out on the sidewalk. It's just going to be cold.
Oh yeah.
That's what the world's biggest airline can do for you.
What's it like over there right now?
Happens to be it was freezing, and then now it's like right now it's 28, but it is like next week it's going to be like 50s again, but rainy.
What about if you go out to when I'm here and
freezing again?
What would that be? That's 2 weeks away. 3 weeks away. The 16th, 17th.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool. It'll be like I'm sure we can see if we get lucky, but otherwise it'll probably be like mid to high 30s.
That's cool, and I mean, it's what I'm used to here in Vegas around that time.
Yeah.
Is it hella windy?
It can be. But you're in an area where you'll be protected.
A lot of buildings, right?
Buildings, yeah.
That's why is that why back in the day why people would just stand like they post up on the buildings, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
And they said, please play for my daughter, Mary Jane, born on Christmas Day. She turned 3 yesterday. All right. What's that? What's going on? Everything okay? And can I get a 15-minute shit talking moment if I win the championship? we could bring. I mean, why wait? Just come on before and talk shit. Cut your promo, bro. Like that's what this is all about. You want to make this like game like more exciting for everyone. Let's talk some shit before.
Yeah, you can go to like Canal Street and go see like every fake there is. Of course.
What'd you say? Every what?
Canal Street. Famous for its shops.
Okay.
Bowery.
And isn't there some kind of weed museum or something down there?
Not too far from there.
Okay.
It's in Soho. So that's like, yeah. I mean,
I want to go into some.
In the scheme of things, yeah. Manhattan, Soho is on your side of things.
I want to go into some like old timer like pizza spot and ask for like pineapple on the pizza just to like record them and get their reaction. Because there's some places that would probably tell you to fuck off for asking for something like that, right?
For sure.
That shit would just be funny. Uncle Bucks, I'm down to get my setup. He said, get me a mic. He says, shout out Chaz Michael suffering from the CD Lamb. It's not CD Lamb benching. I mean, I guess for fantasy he has to bench him, but yeah, the CD Lamb injury, you mean, right?
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, so luckily you were on the opposite side of that in that one, right?
Listen,
Yeah, so he's on the opposite side of it. He said the guy he's going against.
The script has not been written yet. You know what I mean on that. So you never know. You never know.
Man, I gotta get that. Dr. Brown, what does this mean? It means the future isn't written yet. No one's is. Your future is whatever you make it. So make it a good one. Man, we got to get some championships this week. Right now, I'm competing for the most championships I've ever competed for in one season. How crazy is that? I lower my overall teams numbers wise, but somehow competing in the most championships that I've ever been in at once.
Wow. How many?
13.
Ooh.
And my record in a single season is 7 championships.
Damn.
So
we
can hit 13. I know it's very hard to go 100%. I've never done it. Very hard to go 100% in your championship games. We got to win a good percentage. and Uncle Buck said, right on, Huss. I whooped that ass all season. Man, I had so many injuries in that league. I'm fucking pissed. Ever since that league's inception, it's like every year I get decimated with fucking injuries. Sucks, man. And Podson said, make sure you get a slice at the best pizza spot in New York, Sparrow's. That would be funny. Going to Sparrow's. This is the world famous pizza that I've been hearing about.
What was that? Is that The Office?
Entourage. I know.
No, The Office is when he's walking around. He's like giving everybody, a tour. It's like my favorite pizza place whenever I come to New York. Sparrows, right next to Madison Square Garden.
Fucking hilarious. It's funny because like Sparrows, like everywhere else, except for because it did originate in New York, right?
Probably.
I'm assuming that it's better everywhere else, but it's always like the mall fucking pizza. Like that's the only place
that get those places that like have the same brick oven from like 1910.
Exactly.
Or like the one from like 1933, and then the guy who he got into a fight with in 1944 opened up across the street, and claims he's got the best, but it's the same recipe and they've been fighting ever since. You want to taste both. That's what you're looking for, not Sparrows.
Yeah, got to try both.
And tell them the other guys that pineapple tastes better.
These other guys put pineapple on pizza for me. Oh, man, that shit's fucking funny.
Are you going to go to like 9/11, like that kind of stuff?
No, probably not. Because, I don't know if I told. Nah, I'm just trying to smoke weed and not cry about shit.
Right.
But like, man, I was at the Twin Towers August 13th of 2001. It's less than a month from like when that happened. It was like just really crazy to like think about. There was someone that
you're actually right. I mean, you're right near the asterisk.
Yeah, so I don't know. Like when I was younger, it was funny. The only thing that I wanted to do when we went to New York was go to WWF New York. And we checked it out. Oh, man, they're making Sherm jump into an ice bath. That shit's about to be froze. That shit's cold. What Uncle Buck say? No more in Cali, no Valley. What? I mean, I remember seeing them in the fucking in the mall in San Diego in a couple different spots. And shit, I swear that they have one here in Vegas, in one of those malls. Crispy said, "I need to smoke." You got some smoke? Let's smoke. We'll do another bowl before we get out of here. Man, one thing that I do love, Hess, about these dispensaries is like when you get the app and you get the loyalty points and shit. Man, that shit's like the coolest part about legal weed, you know?
Yeah, definitely. You got the balcony room, right? In the end?
I believe so. I don't know. Let me see. Oh, yeah. There's a balcony. Yeah. That was a necessity.
Yeah. I think they even got you like saunas?
Yeah. Sometimes. Depends on if the mood's hitting or not.
Right.
Hey, Chris in the house. He said, "Hey, what's good? Let's smoke. Let's smoke, bro, right before we get out of here." And Adam said that game was brutal to watch. You doing any start-sit questions tonight? If you got them, throw them in. But one thing that I will say is there's not games until Saturday. So you can ask your questions now, but make sure you're coming back tomorrow. And because there's more information coming tomorrow. So the Friday show, I try not to do in the morning. I try to get on at like 11 o'clock. And then, like, you know, we'll stream for like an hour or two. And then because that's when the all the news is coming. And so that's going to be the super, super important time for news. And since I've only been streaming once, I figured that's the best time to stream on a Friday. And I'm smoking a bowl of the Animal Mints from Growers Circle and 27.98% THC. Let's see. When was this packaged? Packaged December 12th. Good. And that's one thing that I've noticed that's been a little bit better with because I'll be getting smalls from like normally just the same company. And it's because I had so many hit or misses from the other companies that I'd try. But now it's been a little bit better. Chris says starting Chase Brown, Spears, Cup, Higgins. Would you start either Pollard, Ford, Shakir, McMillan for any of the starters? Probably not. I mean, maybe Ford over Cup, but that might be getting a little too cute. He said, as of now, at least, yeah, a bit tough to tell the RB2 situation. Pollard might not play. Titans aren't really playing for anything. They might not have a reason to put him out there right now. Projections, I'm down. Don't even look at the projections. Yeah, we're playing your best players either way. But yeah, don't make starter sit decisions based on those projections. But yeah, I like Spears being in because he's been getting a lot of catches. So assuming it's a PPR league, we want Spears. Adam said, "I'll be back for sure, bro." He said Jalen McMillan, Tajay Spears, Connor Dowdle. I'm leaning Spears as of now. Really high on Spears this week. He's really got something to prove because he wants to earn a bigger role going into next year, and they could potentially get rid of Pollard. They don't have to. They wouldn't cost much to cut him. And if they think that Spears is the guy, they could potentially do that.
I hope so. I hope there's so much upside that it makes up for what, guys like Keenan Allen, Chardonnay, or JSN, guys like that didn't bring,
Yeah.
Things like that need to happen. Where guys, for the comeback, Gino, for the comeback to be real, it's got to be guys like that.
Yeah.
Who you didn't even intend to be on your roster in the first place. Now they come in, boom, 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 and go nuts. Let's see.
And dude, what the hell did Owens end up doing?
7 points.
God damn it.
Yeah, not worth the squeeze. Worst fucking Thursday.
What happens? Fucking happens, man. That's fucking bullshit.
Yep. There I was thinking I was going to be a smart guy. Like, oh, yes, these are like championship moves.
I know. Yeah, and so many other players have just been so hit or miss. What the hell was I gonna say? So Chargers, Patriots, that's the first game on Saturday, early one, 10 o'clock West Coast time. Broncos, Bengals at 1:30. And then Cardinals, Rams on Saturday Night Football.
Yeah.
We got a lot of fantasy implications. I mean, I got a lot of lads. I got a couple Herberts. I got Drake May in one of them. Nobody else to play besides Drake May.
Kittles.
Man, I'm nervous about Kittle. I think I have Kittle starting in one, and then I'm starting Bowers over Kittle in another. But see, it's crazy because I even started Joe Mixon over Kittle in one of them, and should have made that move and put Kittle in for fight. Even though it's a horrible matchup, it's really bad for Kittle. Chris Spears definitely capable against that Jacksonville D. Yeah, and Herbert checks it down like nobody's. Rudolph checks it down like nobody's business. So, sucks for Ridley, sucks for Westbrook and Kine, but really good for a guy like Spears who just racks up the catches because of it.
And it should be either way. If they need to play catch up, or if they're just, doing great. Ball good. Win. Hopefully he stays healthy throughout the game.
Have you saw that Mr. Beast games on Amazon?
Some of them, yeah. It's insane. Yeah. That's crazy.
It's funny because apparently he's going to be getting sued for some of it.
I can imagine.
I
wonder how the hell is that even allowed?
Yeah.
What are we watching? It's crazy.
Yeah. And it's kind of nuts. I mean, they are breaking a lot of records, like money wise, with what they're throwing around. Because there's a lot of money being given away. But it's if people's living conditions or just the conditions for them in general. Like I heard, like one of the things was them like not giving someone their medicine at a specific time, and they're like a diabetic or some shit. I don't know what it is. I don't even want to misdiagnose that person, but something about medicine and not getting the medicine, in a certain amount of time, and like someone like getting hella sick or almost dying or some shit like that because of it.
Believe it.
But there's a lot of things that have been coming out about Mr. Beast and how, his unscripted, stuff is, it may be unscripted when they're filming it, but because of clever editing, exactly. It's not the exact, it's not the exact story that they're portraying, that's being recorded. But yeah, it is like the most, like it just came on Prime right now, at least the commercial, the most insane competition you have ever seen. And it started on YouTube with 2,000 people. That was another thing that was crazy. So the whole thing. I think they're lying about that because I looked at the ingredients and we'll see. We'll look into that. All these dang YouTubers with their candy brands trying to hook the kids early.
Yep.
And but yeah, a lot of shit's coming out about Mr. Beast, and it's probably because all this Amazon money that's flowing around for him. Because there's a whole bunch of things. Have you heard at least a few of the list of things? I mean,
a few of the things, but I'm sure that there's
he hasn't been the best judge of character as far as like hiring people that he knows, because some of the guys on paper, not the best type of people that should be working around underage kids because of their previous past things, if you catch what I'm saying.
Yeah.
One of the guys, they fired him. It was after he had he went through a gender change like thing, and his ex-girlfriend came out and was like, this is all kink for him. This is all kink stuff for him. And but like racial shit and like underage shit with like that person in their Discord, you know, and like, you know, their followers and, you know, a lot of things like that. It's like that's one of the things that sketches me out a little bit about certain YouTubers where if your target audience is under 18, and I'm not saying that Mr. Beast's target market is necessarily like his fault for being under 18, but that's like his target market, and him making candy bars, like, you know, he knows what his target market is.
Right.
Yeah. Craziness. And he's the most famous person on fucking YouTube. How fucking crazy is that? More subs than anybody. Adam said Chigger Hawk. That's a tough one, but I think I'd be rolling Hawk on Sunday on Sunday football.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna finish this bowl. Hess, anything to shout out on the way out of here?
As always, get your Takao, get your Heisman, get your Tyson 2.0, get your 420 crew merch, and get your hustler all day, every day.
Let's go. We'll see you guys tomorrow, midday, around 11-ish West Coast time, when we start getting all the news from the practice reports. Peace out, everybody.
Peace.
Defense on me.
I don't want them to gain another yard.
You blitz all night. If they cross the line of scrimmage, I'm going to take every last one of you out. You make sure they remember forever the night they played the Titans.
Here comes the, 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 y'all